What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? How's everybody doing? Boom, let's get on the screen. What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Oh, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? If you're doing good, let me see the heart. Let me see you put a heart by your name tonight. If you guys are doing good, welcome to Lady Girls Night. Girls Night Out. Girls Night Out. I was my apologies. Y'all know me. Late, 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 late. Always goddamn late. I got the goddamn dog barking. I got kids acting a fool tonight. And I got my music that don't want to play right tonight. So God is trying to tell me something right now, right now. I'm like, holy shit. So, anyways, I'm here. Gave a little bit of respect to Sylvia was on. So I just gave a little bit of respect and let her finish her commentary over there on a few topics that she had over there. My apologies. I did not catch that live because, like I say, I'm chasing a dog, chasing kids, and messing with this goddamn music over here. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing, y'all? I needed to finish off first. Let me make sure everybody got their water cup, your wine cup, your beer cup, your apple juice cup, your cranberry juice cup. I don't know what the hell y'all drinking out there, but I'm having just one little cup. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lily is in the house tonight. What up, Lily? What up, 2Q? Galatian, Harlem. What up, Beauty is me? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Brooklyn Kels. What up, everybody? Oh, I hope y'all had a fantastic day like me. I really do. I had a good day. I had a really, really like good day. I don't know. And like I say, I said that I was gonna step out. Now tomorrow I'm gonna have dinner. Sunday dinner. Put me some pinto beans on, some good smothered, some kind of baby fat, something. I don't know what, smoke hops or what it pork smoke hops or hocks or something. I got plenty of smoked meat out in the tiny house freezer. So I'm gonna put me a dinner on tomorrow, but today was just a quick fast in a hurry, just get a little snack today though, y'all. But so I had, clicked on the video as I was traveling because I was taking care of some things and clicked on that goddamn book. I swear, y'all, woo, boy, if they make another one like that, if they make another one like that one, I promise you, I'm gone. I'm deleting. I'm out of here. Bamboozle. I can't take two of them. Please do not clone yourself, book. I can't do it. Can't do it, boy. You get putting a whole bunch of pressure on my goddamn heart over here from laughing. Yeah, I promise y'all, if somebody paid me for laughing, I would be rich as hell. I would be rich as hell if you click on this boy's commentary or his rants or whatever you want to call it, right? But I caught him, on one where he was eating, and I got hungry. I was like, well, I might as well eat with Bookham. I mean, he's a sorry ass, but there wasn't nobody else out here eating. So I was like, well, I'll just go on and eat with his goddamn fat ass, except for I wasn't gonna have as many calories as him. Um I know how to maintain. I know that it may look all good and it sounds good and all that stuff, but my stomach, I only get like a bite or something and then I'm okay. I ain't got to wolf that shit down. I'm scared of food. I know what it do to you, especially us ladies, y'all. The thighs, the hips, the butts, everywhere. We get the turkey necks. We get everything. We so big fingers, big toes and shit. I oof, my boy had him a neck chicken. I don't know what restaurant he was at. I don't know. But I was like, that doesn't sound appetizing at all. But it was the video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I want to discuss what's considered a bomb. Like what's a bomb, especially after I have sat here and watched all the way from August August, I want to say January, February is when I started seeing quite a few more people come out to play their part over in the sector over here, right? And so I was like a bum. But like I saw you go through like some bum shit, like seriously some bum shit. I saw you like with holes in your shirt, and I saw where one of your dresser drawers was hanging off the dresser. Now, if that ain't some bum shit, I mean, it could be in the category of some bum shit. And so, you know, when people tell you to like level up or you beneath them, you gotta be careful what you're saying. You gotta be a little careful, because you know people out here done seen, you know, a little bit of your bum shit. That's all I'm saying. And I seen some bum shit. I done seen where he ain't making no bed up, and a pile of clothes over here, and the fucking plastic cups and shit sitting all out around the room. It's considered in the category of some bum shit. Like you a bum, like straight up bum. So I want to talk about that, because you know I don't like belittling people. Especially if we're all sitting down here on the YouTube channel, and I know nobody cares about what the hell I could like, but I like saying what I don't like. You know, it makes me feel good sometimes, but I don't like it. I don't like it. If we're sitting all out here, I promise you, ain't nobody out there richer than the next person. Because if your ass was rich, you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't be in this damn sector keeping up a whole bunch of shit. No, you wouldn't. You'll be living the lifestyle of rich and famous. That's pretty much it, you know. However, you know, I did see Mr. Kelly, you know, but his videos where he was making plenty money. So, you know, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. I love saying that. I actually do. I absolutely love saying that. But that boy said over there was talking about shit. You gonna have to kill a bed bug with a bat. I'm like, where they do that shit at? What about all that stuff they sell in them stores and shit for the bed bug? They don't even need that no more. Just go buy a goddamn bat. Is it aluminum or wooden? Which one do you recommend, boy? I don't even know. Shit was funny though. But I'm gonna drop the link, you guys, because I think that it is only fair that we share a little talk time about nobody anything's female. She has her own channel, in case a lot of you guys do not know. She is the female that was at a protest a while back over in New York City. I believe that this one was held up under a Dubosky gun, where I guess some interactions exchanged from body to body, and it didn't work out. They went their separate ways, and it just continues on out in the YouTube street where, you know, if it doesn't fit, if I don't like you, if you're ugly, if you say certain things, I'm going to slander you, okay? It wasn't just him of what I heard. It was also, I believe I heard Bookham might have insinuated based on her artistic sharing moment to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as he did his transition, or as he is transitioning, settling into the New York City jailhouse over there. So, but, you know, it just saddens me. But I, you know, I just didn't want her to be alone. You know, I didn't want her to feel that she was alone about her decision on what she chose to do. However, we do have some people out here with different views of it, being that, you know, it might have scared the public building over there and a whole bunch of things. But as I got to read the story, which I'm going to pull up so that we all can make sure that we all are reading the exact same story. The way I read it, that lockdown didn't happen because of her. That's kind of what I read. So I don't know. Out here, it's damn if you do, and it's damn if you don't. If you're not the person that's doing it, you're going to get shitted on. You feel me? If the person that wants the accolades for things, and the other person or who may be, has to go through the risk of getting shitted on. I think to balance the story out so that it can be, um, it would balance the story out. First of all, was she harmed? Was she hurt? Did anybody go to jail? Did she go to jail behind it? Did the officers arrest her? Was she forced to rinse the pavement off or any of that things? No. And then she came out and said that she made sure that she had got permission to do so. But it's like, well, okay, that was good effort. But and if she had followed the guidelines, then I don't see where the bashing should have came in at. But I get it, because if we are mad at each other, if we have an attitude towards each other, if we hate each other, that person is going to give you the smoke. It don't matter what it is. They're going to find something to give you the smoke on it. They're going to make you look bad. They're going to, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. I wasn't aware that any of this was about a competition. I was not aware. I don't know about you guys, aware that it was a competition for leadership. It was a competition for accolades. It was a competition for what do you call it? Money gang. I didn't realize all of that. I never thought that had came into play or would have come into play, because when I clicked on, I just saw people that wanted to support Mr. Robinson Pascali. I never ever would have seen this shit here coming. I really wouldn't. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you say something and if it doesn't sit well with another person, your opinion is going to get a little smoke behind it. And I believe that I can remember, in case you guys caught my little fun little videos today. Don't forget to give them some thumbs up, you guys. I already got a they couldn't. I knew I was going to catch a copyright claim on one of them, you guys. I knew I was going to catch one, but it's like, give it up. Allow the music to be played. I'm paying for the music, and then you look up and it say non-copyright. Be careful what some of the music that says non-copyright, free music or whatever. Some of it is not true, but I get hit, y'all. As soon as I ended that live, I previewed it, and I made that story, and I posted it to you guys just to enjoy, just to look at Mr. Robinson Pascali and remember him the way he left, and that was putting you out the best goddamn music. However, before he left, I don't think he had made anything new, but to my knowledge and from what I'm hearing out there, he's got some new shit to inject out here in y'all, in your mind, your body, and your soul. So, but I just don't get it, because it was one thing, and it's in my video that I can remember, and it's getting hard for me to believe that is not true. You know what I'm saying? It says, and we chanted this, excuse me. We chanted that. We chanted public opinion is not the law. But yet then, the public opinion that I see a lot out here on the sector out here, I guess it is a law, because people doing it. People are doing exactly what you are angry about on Mr. Robinson Pascali. Public opinion is not the law, but people will take the law into their own hands based on your opinion and bash the F out of you. that's you know, and that's just crazy. Hi Sylvia, I missed your live. Forgive me. I was over here and I'm chasing a dog and I'm chasing the kids and my grandson is he's kind of hyped tonight, and then I'm trying to get my music together. So as I was doing the dishes, I kind of caught the tail end of it. So shout out to you. Very informative. But once I lay down and I get this Snoop Dogg in me, I am going to get my butt over there, give you a thumbs up, and watch the replay while I fall asleep. So I don't get it, you guys. I just do not get it. I don't get it. It's so the only question that I be asking is, what is it that people want? What do they want out here? I mean, the respect is mutual. You guys know that, right? Respect is so mutual. Sometimes, and from what I've learned, is if you start off with it, if you take the higher road and you start off with it, it'll come back to you in return. And if you don't get it back into return, you just walk away. You just there's other people. There's somebody else that is so going to like you. A lot of stuff got done out here, and it's not that easy to pull me in to some shit. That's why you got to pick and choose your battles. Which day do you want your headache on? Which day do you want to be petty? Which day do you want to get your grown folks on? And all that stuff. So when the episode of what was going on another channel over there, and and I just kept hearing my name and kept hearing my name, I ignored it. Yeah, I picked. Yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. I remember putting out there, the bandwagon is full. You want a piece of me, take a number, get your motherfucking ass in line and wait for time and preparation. I may come, I may not come. Depends on how I feel. And that's because I don't give anybody any mind control over me. You don't get mind control over me. I use this. What up, Rena? What up, Rena? Let me give y'all some shout out. Robert APZ. What up? What up? What up? Unique. What up? What up? But I'm hoping to have a few of you guys on. I know a lot of people don't like to sit on a panel with me like I'm contagious or something. I ain't got the virus. I ain't got the package. I'm good over here. But I do. I think that even if your opinion about nobody's anything in your eyes was not a good thing, I still think that by her being out there by herself, and she's having a good time, and she's, quiet and, doing this. And from what I hear, I think I might have missed the part that she might have lit up some candles and things like that. And to put on a pavement out there, it didn't even do any harm. Part of the article, I believe I read that there was something else. It might have been a guy that ended up, I don't know if he passed away. I think he passed away. Didn't finish reading it. A suicide or something like that. So that would be a probable cause also to lock down certain units, or if not the entire building, until they take care of a certain situation that's going on up in a building. It happens. But after, I don't know, it was a little heartbreaking to hear it, especially, when you got to hear it from, just a man. It's, things happen and we have these mishaps. And when it just doesn't work out, it's okay to move on. But what's not okay is just, I'm going to beat down on the woman. I'm going to beat down on the woman and beat down the woman. And this isn't just, coming hard down on a man. It's also with the woman. It's like at some point, a man has this ego about them, and they don't like to lose. Hi, Jeff. Hello, Jeffrey. You still owe me that steak, boo. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. I ain't gonna never forget that steak. I ain't forgetting it. Oh, I don't even have no earrings on. Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay, you guys. I was a little discombobulated before I even got on here. But, women, you know, and I get it, and we want to be bad. Oh, we want to be bad, and we wish a heifer would, and a Negro would, and you know, and all of that stuff. But yeah, it could be a headache. It can really be a headache. But one thing that I have to say, because I don't want to contradict myself, honey, y'all, the book, I'm gonna have to keep bringing it on, because that is my tickle me pink goddamn moment. 'Cause I know the boy ain't got much sense. I know the boy didn't lie about so much shit, but I mean, you talking about funny, so don't think I'll be sitting over here laughing, because I ain't laughing with him. I'm laughing at his shit. I love to laugh, y'all. I don't care what y'all say now. Y'all ain't taking that from me. Mm-mm. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. I can sit and laugh at that boy. But, you know, before, as I'm gonna drop the link here in a second, but you know, it's pretty. You know, it just wasn't nice. It just wasn't nice. She gave it a try. She gave it a try. And like I'm gonna shit on her. Like that shit wasn't even cool at all. But let me get this let me get the article up so that we all can see, because you know it's just not being put out there correctly. You know, I don't read where it was nobody's anything's fault about having the jail locked down momentarily. I don't read that, you know. Hell, it looks to me with the way the police parked their cars, hell, they didn't really pretty much notice it, as they was probably coming to damn work, or they just drove over and parked over and all kind of stuff. But you know, it's kind of, you see how the media works though? It's like connections, y'all. If somebody made a phone call, got somebody out there, took the pictures, or somebody took a picture and then sent it in to the Daily News or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Every time I do this, hold on, you give me a second. I opened up Google and all my notifications coming in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh boy, you know I take off the night for a steak, Jeff. Don't quit playing. Quit playing. Quit playing. Oh, but then there's this other article too, though. Wow. Ain't funny, boy. Ain't funny. Ain't funny. You know this ladies' night. It's anything goes tonight, boy. It's anything goes. You grown, right? You 18, right? Okay, then. Let me see your ID, Jeff. Let me see your ID. You got to shoot me your ID, boy. Now, this grown woman stuff over here now. This all grown woman. This ain't for play. This ain't for play. Oh, Jeffrey's like a big snuggle, y'all. He's like he's that snuggle guy. I ain't gonna even lie. Jeffrey's whole snuggle guy. It is what it is. I'm grown. Get over it. It is what it is. Don't nobody else. And then y'all stand down, cause he's snuggly. And I like snugglies, especially on them cold ass nights. I love some snugglies. Okay, let me see if I can get this here up and try to read this here to you guys. I just want to clear the air so that we can all kind of be on the same page about, nobody's anything, and so that she doesn't have to go through the bashing and things, especially, have your opinion about it. Some may think that it was a wrongful thing to do, and some may think that it was a right thing to do. However, I think, look at Miss Eva. Girl, I love me some snugglies. In the wintertime, girl, Jeffrey can't go outside. Jeffrey got to work 6 months out the year. He can go out in the summer. In the winter, he got to stay in the goddamn house because I get cold. I got to snuggle. I need some extra body heat. I don't like it cold, girl. I don't like it cold. Well, right here it says that R. Kelly jailed in NYC as he waits for his sex trafficking case, right? So let me see what it says so that we could be on the right page about what has happened. I probably got this article where they be wanting you to sign in, put your name, your number, your social security, whole bunch of goddamn shit on there. And that ain't about to happen. Where's the damn article at? Oh, that's Decatur. How did I get on Decatur? I don't want to do that. Okay, let me go back and get another one. I had it, y'all. I pinned it up on my address bar, but I'm lazy. I don't even see the goddamn article, you guys. This is some bull crap right here. Hold on, let me find it. Let me stop sharing that case, y'all, because y'all know it's some computer hackers out here. It's some computer hackers. Let me find this guy. What the heck did I do with the good article? Mm. Yeah. How's everybody night again tonight? Everybody's good. Hi, Lisa. Char Char. Hello, hello. Shady. What up? 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 And another thing, like I was like confused because I was like, how come when people tell the story, like, why don't you just go pull it up and show everybody, like, just go read it so that the facts can like be, can be out here instead of like changing it up, bashing it up, putting a whole bunch of crazy like stuff on it. Why not do that? That would have like wouldn't that have been just fine? Like, go so that your truth can be out there so that people, and I can't even find a goddamn thing, y'all. I tell you, truth, it's coming up on a whole bunch of other stuff. So let me go under a different address thing. Maybe I should do that. I told y'all, this is what you get for drinking. Don't be drinking. I be drinking. I be drinking. Nope, I can't find it for some damn reason. I've been drinking. What the bloopity blop blop? I can't find it. Bloopity blop blop. I can't find it. I cannot find it, y'all. And I just got, you know what? I got a different way. Hold on, hold on, hold on. If it don't work one way, do it another goddamn way. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, there. I got it. What I'm going to do is share it. We're gonna send it. We're gonna open it up a different way. Boy, I'm starting to be computer literate over here, y'all. I am. I started off on this stuff. I used to click all kind of buttons. Hey, love bug, till I got it right. Till I got it right. Yep. Now I'm getting good. I'm getting good with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go a different way. I'm just gonna go a different way. So hold on. We just want to put the right story out here. Then I'm going to drop the link after this because I'll be over here 20 minutes looking up this stuff. Y'all know how the story went today, right? Everybody knows, right? Everybody knows. Okay, let's open this up. I know one thing. Once I get this open up, y'all should be saying it's about damn time. That's what y'all should be saying once I get it up. Like, damn, she got it. She got it. She got it. Nope. I'm here, Priscilla. I'm here, girl. I had the dog, the kids, and then my music. It just all kind of got discombobulated. They're popping fireworks right now. So my dog, y'all know how it is if you got a dog and the fireworks goes off. Yeah, my dog goes crazy, 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 crazy. So our Kelly supporters scroll messages. It says supporters. Like, wasn't she out there by herself? Like, I didn't see really nobody out there. She was on there by herself from what I saw. But there you go with the first goddamn lie. Supporters scroll messages outside Brooklyn jail housing the singer. Brooklyn jail housing the singer. I think that they was in a hurry trying to get this story out quick, fast, in a hurry. So you say, what? So what happened with the jail Kels is at? Well, allegedly, a lot of people came out after the Daily News dropped an article. Nobody anything. She was out last night because I was watching her laying in the bed. Or was it the night before? The night before. And I was laying in the bed, and she was out having her vigilance and things for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, showing the people, where he was, what building it is that he would be allegedly housed in, and things like that. And she brought some chalk and stuff with her and candles, and she was just pointing, just showing everybody, and so I guess a little bit later on, while she was out, she took her chalk bag and she drew some things on the pavement for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and it was in the area where the police cars are parked, right, Jeffrey? So I guess they must have took, they called somebody, they took pictures and all of that stuff, and it hit the Daily News, put it out quick, fast, in a hurry about it. So the story went on about, I think, a day or maybe around that time or so. Allegedly, there was another inmate that that committed suicide or something. So you got two stories going on where you had nobody anything's art that was laid down in the parking lot of where the police is parked at, which she said that she had permission to do so. And then you had the other story that kind of came out about another inmate that might have taken his own life, where it caused them to allegedly momentarily lock down the jailhouse. But you have some article in this article, I think it said that that it wasn't locked down or something, but let's read it and find out. R&B singer and accused sex trafficker R. Kelly would still have some loyal fans. So shout out to Nobody Anything, because she showed her loyalty. She went over there and she showed out. It was dark out. She stood out there. She was a woman. She put herself on the front line without all of us. And we never know, if we're doing something absolutely right or if we're doing it wrong. sometimes our heart will lead us to just do some things. If she wanted to support him, she found a way to support him without any distractions, without, all of the bickering and things like that. And she just probably just got up and say, hey, I'm going to go and do this for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and hoping that the other supporters would be, astounded to see her on the video. A lot of people wanted to see the build and things like that, but it got turned around. She got bashed about it and called a few names, and those are those people opinions or so. But I think right now I'm going to support it. I think that I am going to 100% support what she did, because you know what? The goddamn jails get locked down for any goddamn thing. Anything, if they blow a fart and it stank up the building, they locking down the goddamn jailhouse. What she did, it wouldn't have caused no harm. Wouldn't have caused no harm. It is the jailhouse people that is supposed to have the safety on all inmates inside of a jail. They supposed to be protecting them as well, right? Unlike what we learned about when Mr. Kelly was down at the MCC, right? Kelly on the blacktop outside the Metropolitan Detention Center in the Sunset Park of Brooklyn, sometimes between Thursday night, which I was watching her, I was laying in the bed, and early Friday morning. Well, in case you guys haven't seen it, this is exactly what she drew on the pavement. Well, hold on, though. Nobody anything. What's all that other stuff up underneath the cars back there? I don't know what that's saying. I can't see it, but wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get something here. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some ink into it. um, yeah. I don't know what's all of this is, but I mean she must really could draw, and y'all know y'all have seen the little trains going through the Bronx and stuff over in New York now. Let me find out nobody anything you hitting them trains over there, because you could draw, girl. You could draw. You should have put some of it in Spanish too. But I guess this is her work. And I believe after she done this and she said that she got permission to do so, she probably ended up leaving, because this was pretty early in the morning for Friday, and she had went out on Thursday. She was out. So, girl, were you out there all night? Holy cow! So. Yeah, and then the panties got into a bunch out here, and like I say, some feels like that she shouldn't have done this because it would, is allegedly locked down the jailhouse over there. But like I say, another story kind of hit simultaneously with what she had done. So who knows? Am I buffering? Let's move on. So it says here that she wrote, unmute R. Kelly. That's what one of the messages says. He didn't do this stuff. It was, that's okay. It's written up underneath it. Innocent until proven guilty. Read another one. So you know what? Shout out to you, nobody's anything. She had a message. She wanted to go out to support some kind of way, and she did so. So I'm not going to bash her on it. And, I'm not going to sit here and make up a story when the story is right here in black and white. And that's all everybody pretty much had to do. So now you get to hear whether people bash her, how does that make you feel? Like, how does that make you feel? And if they can't put out the true story, it makes it hard for a person to even believe anything that you say now when the story is right there. So it's like, oh, never mind. Forget the story. These people ain't going to pull it up. And I'm just going to come out here and just tell them anything, even if I got the lie, because I don't like this person, or because you know what I'm saying? That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy ass shit to do. Says here that the notes of encouragement, that's what it was, it says it led to a brief lockdown for some inmates in the morning, according to a source in the contact with detainees. At 6 a.m., the prison staff usually let the inmates out of either the top or the bottom tier of the jail, but that wasn't done. A source said this, but let's keep going because we don't know who that source is. So somewhere, something is messed up in the story. When inmates asked why the jail staff said just look out your windows, according to the source, until they confirm there is no threat on the building, you should stay locked up. Well, I don't know. I ain't never known no graffiti, like, some art hurt a building. Because it rained all day here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna rain because it's moving that way. So it's gonna rinse it off, and everybody gonna be just fine. This is what we call make something out of nothing. We gotta keep making something out of nothing. Isn't that crazy? Let me find the other part of it. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's a big old building, y'all. That's a pretty big building. Oh, I got to get me a um a coaster, you guys, and I have one, but I just can't use it. Let me show y'all. I know I got it. I can't use my coaster. It'll never get used. Shout out to Ruthie for the coaster, you guys. Shout out to Ruthie for the coaster. Hold on, let me do this. There we go, so I can see y'all. So, says the Metropolitan Detention Center, Brooklyn, is and has been under normal operation, said the BOP spokeswoman Randalee Gamuso. R. Kelly, born Robert Sylvester Kelly, is scheduled to go on trial in Brooklyn federal court in August. So he's accused of the trafficking of the women and the girls to his shows. He allegedly forces some of them to call me daddy, locked them up in the rooms, gave underage girls some herpes and all of that stuff. That's what's according to the indictment, and she had to put all of that up in there. So it says that Kelly was transferred over to Brooklyn from a federal jail in Chicago, where he was held in 2019. Yeah. So there you have it. According to this article, that's what it says by a source. But then there's another article out as well, you guys, that says that, well, no, that wasn't the reason. But this is your news for you, right? This is for your news. But this is where I'm at with this one here. I bet you they say, I bet you Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is safe. They say. Let's see what this one says. Oh, okay, so this is a shutdown of a suite. Okay, so that's that story, you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to close my thing out, get it out of here, get it out of here. And there you have it. Just for her effort, I have to give her a shout out on it. The bashing, that's just crazy. And I get it. And it's because, we're mad at each other out here. We're so mad at each other. It's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous. Well, I heard something else, just for a little second. You say go down the article. It's more. I knew it was more, Arlita, because it said that it wasn't. You're absolutely right. I read it. But if anybody else want to read it, you guys head on over to the Daily News, and it'll give you the whole full story on it. I am convinced that it wasn't shut down because of nobody, anything. So, you say, go back. Look, I know, girl, you bossy. Damn. Let me go back to this story before she get me, y'all. Hold on. I didn't see the other half. Hold on. Hold on, honey. Hold on. Let me get to this story up fast. I'm going back. Stop yelling at me. I'm yelling at me. I'm going back to the story. I'm going back right now. Let me see. What did I miss? Y'all see Alita yelling at me? Like, go back to the story. go back to the story right now. Right now. I'm on it, Alita. Look at me. I got this story up, girl. I got it up for you, sister. Okay. All right. So we read that. I knew I saw it, though, Alita. I really did. So, wait a minute. Now, this right here, this New York correctional officer has to pay $550 to an inmate he actually sexually assaulted. That's an interesting story, you guys. That was an interesting story. I read that one too. Let me get to this story because Alita ain't playing with my nappy headed ass tonight, boy. The goddamn story back up the hell wrong with you. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. See, that's all they gave me, though, Alita. I don't see the rest of it. Well, what is more? Ain't this some shit? Y'all see this article? Look at this article. California man sentenced after murdering wife, propping a dead body up on Christmas as the kids unwrap the presents. Oh my Lord. Some crazy ass people out here. Okay, hold on, Kalita. Hold on. Oh, okay. There it is. That's what I missed. The Bureau of Prisoners denied any lockdown. The Bureau did. So that's the source. I got it. The Bureau of Prisoners denied any lockdown at the lockup in response to the message outside. Got it. Did I get it, girl? Did I get it, girl? So up underneath, messages of support our careless word written on the street. Okay, so we did that. We did that. Yeah, I think I got it. Did you see that, Rita? This man killed his wife, propped her up. Okay, so I'm gonna read it one more time. It says the Bureau of Prisons denied any lockdown at the lockup in response to the message outside. So it was not because of her. Oh, did I show y'all? Did I show it to y'all? I forgot to show. I forgot to show. Let me get it on the screen so everybody can see it. So now everybody can be on the same accord about the truth of what happened with the graffiti on the outside. The Bureau of Prisoners denied any lockdown at the lockup in response to the message outside. Okay? Shout out to you. I stand with you on that one. Of nobody's anything. It's not fair to let someone who puts some effort in to show her support or anybody else, to leave them standing out there alone. You know why? Because it'll cause them to be discouraged. And we're gonna stay on that word too, discouraged, right? It'll cause you to be discouraged, right? And with her doing that, and she's got her support for herself going for him, let's help her keep that. Let's help her keep that. Let's talk about discouraged, right? And I want to talk about it just for a second because it happened to me. And I allowed it to happen to me because I did not want anybody else upset. I didn't want more people out here angry with each other or nothing like that, right? So I was sitting out back and I happened to hear a few voices out there where they said that, nobody else is doing anything, for Mr. Kelly. I don't understand what that means, you know, when it comes from individuals, because there's like really nothing else like everybody in this sector can really do but just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Keep everybody updated about what's going on through Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly procedures as he goes through the court. So, you know, when I hear those words, that's the first question that I asked. I was like, well, what are we supposed to be doing? So it's not that we shut down. It's a situations that caused a lot of people to shut down. That is the fact. And I don't care how you guys like it out there. It's the goddamn fact. We attempted to push out another walk. We did. Well, what happened? Distractions happened. A big distracting happened downtown Chicago. I think a lot of women wanted nothing but to keep this going. But how do you continue to keep advocating? How do you continue to keep publicly supporting him if you got to worry about crazy distractions? How do you do that? Somebody got the blueprint to that? Somebody got the blueprint to it? Anybody? Anybody has the blueprint on how do you continue to publicly support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly without the distractions? How do you do it? Because it started it. It really started it. That crap downtown Chicago, that didn't have to happen on the walk clock. That did not have to happen. It did not have to happen. So when we put out the one scheduled for July for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and DJ asked me, you know, what do you think? Do you think that we should still do this? I didn't make that decision just for me. I made that decision as well for a lot of the women or the men that comes down. Shout out to Jeffrey. He showed up, you guys. Show up, walk with us, passed out flyers, talk to the people as well. On the front, side, back, rear, up to all the lines. He had to run and catch back up to us. So Nisimo throwing that boy more flyers, and we getting more flyers, and Nisimo running to get more of them printed off and more. And everybody down there was working. So shout out to everybody that was passing out the flyers. Shout out to everybody that was holding the banners. Shout out to everybody that was on the freaking horn. Shout out to everybody. Them him two girls, they didn't come down there to say, they came down because I asked them, please, can you guys come? We need more people. They came down because I was in contact with them, and I appreciate them to the highest of the level of what I can appreciate them to. I really, really do. You know why we can't get them back? Do you really want to know why? Because of the distractions that happened last time. It's because of that. I couldn't get half of the people that participated from the last one because of the distractions. It's not because we don't want to publicly advocate for him. It's not because we don't want to publicly come out there and support him. It's because we don't want to go through the publicly humiliation of bullshit. That's why we're not coming back out like that right now. Oh, but we coming when the time is right. We're coming. So to people sit out here and be like, well, you know what, these people not doing nothing anymore and this or that. I'm not interested to be on a bus dropping it like it's fucking hot. I can do that at the goddamn clubs up here. Well, when they open, we really ain't got none. Well, they got cowboy clubs, okay? I got the saddle up and put on my spears and shit and get ready to do-si-do, because we ain't got the black light clubs up there like this. So you'd be surprised how many country motherfucking songs I know. But I'm just saying, we got comedy clubs. It was the distractions, you guys. It wasn't because we didn't want to go back there. It was the bad talking about every single one of them. It was that. Let's keep this shit real. It was that. That was that, and that was the only goddamn reason why. That was the reason damn why. But you get to hear, I'd be flabbergated, you guys, to hear some of the shit that come out of people's mouth. And this is another thing that I could tell you guys, because I was down there for the July. I was down there for the other one. I went back down there a third goddamn time. I sure did. If you remember, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you guys remember that I've been downtown Chicago 3 times. 3 times. One when I was told or whatever. No, you know, better not come back down here. And we don't want you here. And we don't want your goddamn flyers. And I'm still going to goddamn R. Kelly goddamn walk or whatever it was. Still was there. Because that's where my heart led me to be. If it was my time and my day for me to get killed, shot, and all that stuff, because I made a choice to walk for Mr. Robinson County, it would have been my time. I was going, and I went. We did the other one with all of the ladies down there. I have to tell you all this. Out of most of the people that I see that be doing this and talking about this and why they not doing and this and this and that, those people wasn't there. Those people wasn't there one time. Those people wasn't there, most of them, the second time. No, they wasn't there. So I'm like, well, I find it a mystery where, a lot of people be like, well, I've been knowing this person. Well, I've been knowing this person. And I was like, well, okay, but it's so wrong. It's so damn evil. It's so evil. But that's why I spoke with DJ and I was like, no, let's set this one to the side. Since people choose to have the accolades or choose to be the leader by any means necessary, and that's what it was doing, by any means necessary, I said, DJ, let's let them proceed with the June. Let them proceed with it on. Let the crown go on the head where it needs to go. Because was it all like deserving to have a headache? No. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Robinson Cali would not want people out here fighting over a freaking protest or a walk or rally or whatever you want to call it. So the bigger people had to fall back. Fall back. We're not finna fight about this shit. Go and do what you do, because at the end of the day, it was for one cause. It's for Mr. Cali, right? So whatever happened down there this weekend, ain't for shit on that. Do what you do. Do what you do. Go get the crown for the shit. Go. Was it for Mr. Robinson Cali? That's the question. And if it was, so be it. Pretty much, if it wasn't, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But, just to hear people where they say, well, ain't nobody doing nothing, and and it's just us, and I'm the real, whatever, and you're the real whatever. No, we all are real people. We all are real. We're real. Are you guys real? Are you guys real? We all are real people. And I'm like, you know what? I love my Black people, but I second guess Black people. I swear, I second guess. Boy, we the greediest, selfish, ungrateful. I could go on and on and on. Discombobulated, because I came on discombobulated. mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're messed up. We're messed up. That greed and accolades, boy, that shit will get us in, like, just, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't want it. I don't want it. I like my life simple, calm and with calm people and humble people. No. But shout out to the him too, girls, because it was you know, got was in touch with them. It was I that I was talking to them. Well, it was I that I had to do a lot of talking with y'all. I had to do a lot of, please can you guys come? I had to do a lot of it because they wasn't sure at first. So I would give it some more time and I would give it some more time and I would call them back and they still wasn't sure. And I was on their heels, y'all, because I felt like that, they were down there and all of them, they're beautiful women. They're beautiful women, you guys. They really are. And I felt like, well, they spent time there. And those are the people that I really wanted, to have there. Someone who actually spent time with him. What is your fight about? And those girls, they had a serious fight. They fight was serious, and I don't think I went wrong with that one. No, but that's how they got there. Yeah, that's how they got there. That's how they got there. Yeah, old Pap. It was Pap. Now that one, I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna take some shout out for that one on that one. Yeah, everybody out here that can't have every goddamn thing. Now I'm gonna take a little shout out for that. And boy, did y'all know. I thank them girls so much. They had to tell me to okay, shut up, like calm, shut up. But I thank them because they didn't want to come, and they had pretty much the same reasons that you guys have that you don't want to go anymore. It's pretty much the same reason. They don't want to deal with this shit, But I gotta have it calm and everybody on the same accord, and nobody's gonna be trying to fight nobody. And no, not my cup of tea. That's some teenager ass shit. Papa ain't on no. I ain't no teenager no more. Ain't come down there for that goddamn shit. Ain't gonna do it. But yeah, Shady, it's a ego trip thing, It's an ego trip. I know that when we were down there though, and I was like, okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Because that did not have to happen, but by choice, people make their choices to do whatever it is that they want to do. But I was like, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I was like, if I could just get to everybody, right? I was going to detour and move everybody in a different direction. We can go this way. They can stand there and argue. I was like a split second from saying, let's just go, right? Because if they're standing there arguing and the police will stand there and hold them there, shit, we gone. Let's go do our thing. But it just all happened so fast and at once. It was like ridiculous. But for the July one, and I apologize for a lot of people that may have wanted to come back and stuff like that. But the timing it wasn't right. It just wasn't right. What up, chick? What you doing?
How you doing, precious?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm yet holding on.
That's all we could do. That's all we
Holding
could do.
on. I
What's the
wanted to
word
run
I've
something
heard?
by you. I know you guys are talking about ways of supporting and helping and what have you. I am working on something here for the people here, but we're not just trying to do my area. We're wanting to make sure that we're looking out for Chicago as well. And what I'm looking at, I'm talking to a couple people about doing for those that want to go to New York. We're looking at possibly renting, depending on how many people is going to be wanting to come from Chicago, renting like a full
Coach.
passenger.
A
Yeah,
coach.
like a mini bus, but a coach, like, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have it wrapped and what it wrapped, it's gonna have everything that we're what we're fighting for on it. So it will require each of us to have, to support financially, because we want to represent in a mighty way, and we don't want to half do this. So I just want to throw that out there for the people that may want to be a part of what we're trying to get done. So we're looking at doing it from here. And so we'll be leaving from here instead of us having to leave from here and go to Chicago. Well, we decided that what we'll do is just see about renting uh, the same thing there that we're doing here. And that way, those that's in the surrounding areas close to you guys can, catch the bus from there and go to Chicago. Go to New York, and those that's here and in the surrounding areas can leave from here. And, we all meet up in New York. But, and I think it would actually save a lot. And um, it will show that, we're doing our part. It will show that we're doing our part. But I'm just throwing it out there. But what my plans are is to have a Zoom meeting. I saw you in the chat, my brother Jeffrey. I would love for you to help spearhead, you and Pep spearhead from that location.
Better use them before winter.
Huh?
You better use them before winter.
Exactly. And so if we can possibly schedule a Zoom, private Zoom, and that way we can start, getting the dynamics of what we're looking to do, and how much it's going to cost, and to see if the people are, if they're willing, to move forward on it.
Oh,
But I
well,
think that it
keep
would
me up with the
actually,
information so I can keep it posted. And like you say, I'll sit with you guys and hear all of the details and stuff like that.
okay. And whatever you guys can come, what if y'all can start looking up the logistics in your location, and so when we have the meeting, y'all can have some numbers and what have you.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
do.
okay.
Definitely.
And
We'll
I
do.
just think that would
It was basically, like here on this side of town, for the Chicagoans, it's like was just kind of waiting for things to calm down. It's just so much, just
it
so
is,
much.
it's too much. It's really, it's
Yeah.
just, and I heard you talking about the distraction. And I I have to look at it like this here. I have to, because each time that I have come to Chicago, well, the two times that I have driven to
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, I had to put aside uh, my feelings and
Mm-hmm.
focus on the cause, and
Mm-hmm.
understand that it was not about me. It was about, the injustice of this man, and not only this man, other men as well. Um, and so I just did what I needed to do,
Well, that's
and
what pushed me down there that one time. I was like, oh no, I got into this for a reason. I don't care
exactly.
what you say, I'm coming. And I was like, you just gonna have to be looking at me, or I hadn't planning on dying or getting spit on or nothing. When I heard, I was like, oh, it's another one. That's the kind of girl I was on that road. Yeah, I ain't done that stuff. Like, whatever.
And so that's how we all have to look at it. God
Yeah.
got us all covered, and we can't say that, we we have faith when we're doubting,
Mm-hmm.
and doubting what God can and will do in our in the situation of our lives, because God gonna cover us. He's gonna cover us. And it's sad to say, but I'm gonna tell you how God has showed it to me. Um, there is going to be a situation in this situation, and it's not going to be pretty,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but it's going to I mean, how do you say that? It's like when you toy with the devil,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that that's a devil. You don't keep playing with the devil. You leave the devil alone. But when you keep playing and keep playing and keep playing, eventually the devil is going to show you who the devil really
I
is.
said, ain't no
And
good to come out of it. There's no good to come out.
so and that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. Um, I seen it. I mean, I've tossed and turned in my bed, and this the first time that I'm talking about this, but I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. But
Mm-hmm.
the only thing we can do is make sure that we're covered by the blood of Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's not gonna be us. It's it's gonna be the very ones that is causing the havoc, and you
Yeah.
know what you're doing. You know
Mm-hmm.
exactly what you're doing, and you can play as though you're crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you say you're crazy, that lets me know you're not crazy.
If
So,
yeah, you tell
but
yourself you
but
are, you know you're not. Crazy
you know,
people don't know. They sitting up in
yeah,
them buildings taking that medicine, and the doctor
exactly,
is telling them what's
exactly. But you're
wrong with
sitting
them.
here telling people I'm crazy, and y'all know I'm crazy. Well, I'm crazy too. And for those ladies that's in the chat, and men that don't know, I'm telling you guys, I have worked um, in that arena of law enforcement. The only thing you need to say, I fear for my life. Say
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. I fear for my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I fear for my life,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not going to allow you to attack me when I know that you're telling everybody you're crazy. So you're just not going to have that opportunity to come up on me to do that. And but we're in this fight for a reason. And all of this sending people to jail, this person
Ooh,
going to
girl,
jail,
they gonna have to
I'm
open up
sick.
another jail with so many people going to jail. Jeez,
I'm
I'm
saying
like,
to myself, and to be honest with you, I that's where my fight is, even with with our government. How
mm,
are you guys giving how y'all giving everybody immunity? I mean, where they do that at?
yeah, yeah,
Where do they do that at? Y'all giving criminals immunity.
yeah. Yeah,
I,
but
I'm
we
just
are,
I'm
but we've discussed, from the very, very beginning of all of the panels and stuff out here. A lot of us are now convinced, like, this is way higher up. We know that this is way higher up. This is like some personal contract was written on his head right now. It's just a
and if
matter
it's a personal
of,
contract,
of
and
someone voiding it out.
that's what we got to stand on, and that's what we got to keep saying out here, uh,
Mhm.
because you have written this personal. Okay, my people, I want y'all to understand one thing. If it's just that easy to write a personal contract on Robert Sylvester Kelly's head, who are we?
Yep.
Who
Yeah.
are we?
Yeah.
We just away.
Mhm. Yeah.
All
I, you know,
because
I always say, Nisi, I always be saying, they're not nothing without us. People don't realize that they're not nothing without us, not their wealth, none of it. All you got to do is just do right. They don't have a fight as long as you just do right. Stop the
If
killing,
our men
stop the
start
selling the
using their
drugs,
head,
stop pimping, stop hoeing, stop giving them any reason, justification. They can't win if all we have to do is just stop. Just stop.
I'm telling you, they are intimidated with our Black men,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they don't even understand it. I mean, so intimidated to it
Mhm.
just awes me. And I mean, our Black men don't even understand the power that they have
Mhm.
if they come together, join
Yeah.
forces together. That saying, together we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah.
We gotta stand together. If we don't
I say
stand for
that
something, we'll fall for
they put that
anything.
we are the people. Technically, it wasn't written for us, but we can make it for us. We can make,
Exactly.
but we're struggling with it over what now, 100 years or more. We struggle with that
Over
stuff, like, and
464
we just
years.
can't do it. I'm like everybody. I hear we want reparation. Stop making them feel like you owe them. Just stop. We help them make the money. You help them build the country. You help did every goddamn thing to put them in a situation where they can continue to control the narrative of the people. And it's like, we won't stop. So I don't get it. I
And
get it.
I want our people to understand one thing. Um, and y'all, y'all, everybody that's taking this stimulus checks and these food stamps, I want y'all to know they are monitoring everything you do. And what's going to happen, you're going to wish you never took it, because it's going to come back to bite you.
Well, yeah, we are in a trap circle no matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? What it's gonna be something after the stimulus. It's gonna be, what was it before the stimulus? They find these loopholes to milk us in. It doesn't even matter.
So if you
We
think
can't get
about
out
it,
these
they're giving
streets.
you $1,400. How
Uh-huh.
much are they getting of that?
Yeah. A lot more back. Yeah. Through the economy. Yes, they are, but we got more people out here that really needs it than others, but that is what they know. I say with that censor stuff, they it's already in the plan. It's already in the making. That censor, I hate censors. I hate them with a passion because it counts us. It counts us. And I was like, if we can just stop filling those out, we can confuse the goddamn government out here. I kid you not. But they know that you're gonna have your disadvantaged people, the ones that is on the drugs or alcoholics and things like that, or in abusive
And that's how they get you to vote for them.
and that's how they do it exactly. So we are the realm, and if we can't break the cycle to become we are the people, yeah, you just
And the
live
only way change
live
is
and you
going
die.
to happen,
Mhm.
we're going to have to start getting into some of these positions, but don't get in these positions and change,
Mhm.
because that's normally what happened.
Mhm.
You join them as opposed to you going in there making some changes. And but you get in these position, and everybody got someone looking out for their people but us.
Yeah,
Everybody. We have nobody
yeah,
but ourselves. And we don't, I mean, when I say but ourselves, I literally mean but ourselves. We don't even have each other,
uh-huh.
because we can't even depend on each other.
Uh-huh.
It's sad. It is really sad because you thinking I'm getting $1 more than you.
Yeah. 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 You know what I pay in health insurance alone a
Hmm.
month?
Girl,
I'm at $1,200. No, actually 1,400 a month, and that's for health insurance plus
girl, do
one.
you know how
Me
much
plus one.
taxes they taking out?
And you get
Uh,
so afraid to not have it because anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Anything can happen.
And but then you trap with that. They have a cap on it. You know, you
Exactly.
what was the movie with Denzel Washington? He had insurance, but there was a cap on it. Look what he had.
Mm-hmm.
He had to sell this and sell that to even still get more money with the insurance that he
Exactly.
knew he had that was to cover his whether the little boy had an aneurysm or something going on,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you pay into it how many years? Years and years of paying
And you
into it,
still don't
and
have
they
enough.
still will cap you on it's a cap on everything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, we're sorry, you're maxed out for this. And what you I've been paying it. I felt like just watched it on. I was like, you got to be crazy,
Like
but
that Washington, what was that Washington? Is that Washington insurance? Our grandparents used to have, and they was paying on that insurance, and
mm,
really, I mean, they done paid so much into the insurance, they done buried us 4 or 5 times. But when
yeah,
it's time to, for you to get the money, use the money for burial,
yeah,
oh, you only have $1,000.
mm,
What do you mean $1,000?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy out here. But like I say, when we started Nisi Mo to support Mr. Kelly, I have to say it has been one of the best experience of my lifetime. To just be around a lot of people that made a choice to stand up. Never met them before. Probably ain't never been to a concert or nothing. When we were down there for the July and then the next one, you have no idea. It was like, wow, this is a memoir that I will never ever forget. I had started sharing the stories, my grandsons and things like that, because they was just like, well, grandma, well, what do you do like on it? So sharing those stories with them and then trying to explain to them the best that I can understand about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. My oldest grandson, he gets torn by what do you mean like a setup, like he didn't do those things. And I was like, well, the allegation is that he did. But most of the allegations are about the people that was around him, and Mr. Kelly stopped doing a lot of things that he just did not want to do anymore, and it upset a lot of people because his finances became their way of eating. So if you cut that off, it's just like a dog. If you cut off a dog's food for a week, that dog gonna get mad at you and
Be
want to growl.
angry. He gonna do
So
whatever he gotta
I,
do.
explaining it to him like that, that was just a lot of people that, once he decided to, this is enough, and I can't feed everybody no more, that they all got angry, and then they come up with this plan and all of these allegations and start saying bad things that he was doing, and so now he has to go through the court of law to prove his innocence. But I said, well, grandson, he says, but it's so because he sits and watches a few of them. He's old enough, right? So, and he goes, well, wow, this is a lot of people. Like, is he gonna be okay? And I was like, oh, he's gonna be all right. Everybody's starting to get on the one accord, but they don't know the music industry like that because they're young. But I said, it's whatever you do, you ain't going to the music industry. You ain't going because it is evil, honey. It is evil,
Exactly. My
honey.
niece is in the music, and
Like
actually,
it's
she just
evil.
released her first album.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I really hate that you're doing this. I said, but I'm going to support you 100+%. And I told her, I said, I would really love for you to take, every time you're going, even on, on a tour, going wherever, you need to take family with you at all times. You need to let somebody have the family's attorney read over all your contracts. I said, trust nobody, nobody, not even yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's so corrupt. I mean, literally corrupt.
Yeah. And it's only evil because of the love of money. You know, it's
Well,
the
you
love
got
of
to
money.
look at it like this here. And I know a lot of people's probably going to say, well, oh, there she go. But it is the truth. The devil loved music. That's where he was kicked out of heaven because he was trying to take over, trying to do what he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Uh-huh.
So music can be, it can be, it's supposed to be soothing to the soul,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes music can overtake you and override you. I'm a, it's a, when I was teaching at Head Start, we have uh, we had Head Start on one side, and we had a high school, which was a alternative school on the other side,
Mhm.
and uh, and it was practically white kids. So
Let me
anyway,
welcome Jeffrey and Spitting Fires on the panel.
hey,
What up?
spitting fire,
Hey, hey, Jeffrey. Hey,
Don't be
Pat.
hey, Jeffrey, Jeffrey,
hey,
Jeffrey,
Fire.
Jeffrey.
Be over there, Snap. Don't be hey Jeffrey. That's my snuggle bear for the winter.
How y'all
Hey,
lovely
my
ladies doing this
brother,
We're
evening?
good. We're good.
How
How are
y'all
you?
doing this evening?
We
we're
Good, good,
good.
good.
How are
How
good.
you
you?
doing?
That's what's up. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
You
blessed. I
good?
can't
Looking all
complain.
handsome and stuff over there. You putting that music down over there?
Man, I got my son. We just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Oh, you got my
I
nephew with you?
yeah. I just got off work, picked him up, and we just chilling for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably throw some on the grill tomorrow, but for now, I'm just listening to y'all lovely ladies and tuning in. I'm like, man, let me go ahead
Glad you
and
could
tap in
join us.
right
Tune
quick.
I'm
in too.
glad. Always glad.
Chime
Always
in.
glad.
Chime in with us. Chime in with
Yes.
us.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
Come on, fire. Give us some fire. Give
what
us
you
some
got,
fire.
Fire? How was your day? How was your
It
day?
was it was it was good. It was good. It was the first full day that I hadn't did a video. Or I hid my channel because I don't want anyone to take any content while I'm on this
Yeah,
hiatus.
I saw the message. It was
Yeah,
big.
getting
Mhm.
myself together or whatever to come back into this fight right before the trial starts. So
For
I
the
got to do
trial.
some things and not get distracted because they turned the distraction up, And
Girl,
sometimes, people got to understand some things.
it's been a lot of
Sometimes
it.
sometimes you got to set back to set up for a comeback. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I was just looking at your chat and somebody was saying something about how come we supporting Robert Sylvester Kelly and we could get like 100 people out there and all this things. Well, you're dealing with people that are we learning this as we go along as well. We're not professionals. We were, well, even if you got one professional, you don't have a whole group of professionals that partake in like protests that has nothing to do with a murder, unfortunately, but just someone's rights. But then
Mhm.
we're not just fighting for Robert Sylvester Kelly for the injustice of him, but we're also fighting our own culture, trying to teach them not to believe everything in the media because they are
Mhm.
so privy to that the news, if the news is saying it, then that means it must be correct. They still in that concept that if the media says it, then that means it's right. And 90% of the time when the media is speaking, that means it's really false. I tell my family, to Stop. They only will tell you something that's true when it's something bad for us. When it makes
Exactly.
us look bad in the light. But as far as Robert Kelly, because it used to be a time where the media would tell you both ends. It used to be a time where if the accuser say something, they'll say this, and if the accused say something, they'll say that. But now it's always one sided. It's like we're muting him with one sided, and we shouldn't, as a culture, go for that. But
Exactly.
people don't understand that. Like, if you don't understand your own struggles as a culture of people, you're not going to understand why there's less than 100 people at the protest. You know what I'm saying? If you understand what we suffer from in our own culture, you understand why there's only 100 people. We only care about something when one of us dies at the hands of people that are a different culture in a uniform. But there are so many other injustices that we should be out here protesting that people don't understand. And so until they actually, like George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery or something like that happened, that's unfortunately the only time we upset. Unfortunately, it's when it's the police. When we see a police beating a black man, when we see a police kneeing them, that's when we are upset. But what about upset just because this man is detained pending trial, and they speaking this narrative out here that he was a mob boss that you as a culture know was wrong. Period. Like, you may not know this man. We don't know him personally. I don't know him personally. And we don't know his rights and his wrongs and his demons and everything else that he struggles as a human. But we do know that it's only 24 hours in a day. And what we do know is that when we were on Surviving R. Kelly, they said he was a workaholic. And what we do know is that they say he spent 16 to 18 hours in the studio all the time and all that. Now, at some point, the man got to sleep. At some point, the man got to shower. At some point, the man got to just do other stuff to get his mind right. At some point. So you want to tell me that this man did all this? Then you said some people said themselves that they left and came back, but then he held me hostage. You stick this narrative on this man to the point where you trick the people of what they believe and what they know better. They know better, but you trick them so much to believe that you can leave and come back and still be a hostage. And that's why you can't, because this to the person in the chat, that's why you can't get 100 people, because the culture itself is damaged mentally. You know what I mean? And we trying to figure out a way. Now, there are some people like me and other ones in the bloggers out here who now starting to speak up as they see the BS. But the people that most have been voting for forever has put your rights in the back, and the alternative rights came before yours now. So now you don't. He vetoed reparations, and this is the party that the Black people supported for many years, including myself. So when I tell you, I have to put me in it because I was too. So when we are a group of people that have been brainwashed to believe something for so long, it's going to take a moment for us to get it together. It's going to take a moment. It's going to take a few. Unfortunately, we still look at rich people, celebrity people, as better than us. We still look at them as more powerful than us. We still look at them, but when we hold all the power, you got to think,
exactly.
Right? Your politicians don't get in office unless we vote for them. Your celebrities are not rich unless we support them. You know what I mean? By watching their movies, going to the movies, buying their CDs, streaming their CDs, all these things, we make them. So until we realize that we hold the power or whatever to change all of what we want, that's going to be the issue. So to that person in there, that's why it's hard to get 100 people at the rally, because we are struggling with people within our culture who's struggling with tradition way of doing things, and now realizing that wasn't the best way, or things have changed since then. You understand? Like back in the day, Sandra, and I'm quite sure Jeff and Pat, we voted because the narrative was we had so many of our people came before us died for that right. So we had to vote for that. But now things has changed. So now that we got these rights to vote, well, we need some conditions now. You know what I mean? We don't just we giving you the vote, but now we was giving you something without some exchange.
Exactly.
We just honoring our forefathers who came before us and died so we can have that right. But then we forgot about, okay, but we still got they fought for the right to vote to get being treated like a human.
Yes.
We forgot about the cause into why we're voting.
Yes.
So now we got to go back to that, teach people from our generation, younger generations. Now you got to ask for something. You want my vote? What are you going to do for us?
What you going to do for me?
What you going to do for me now? Because now it's not about red or blue anymore. They forcing the blacks out because they have the support of the alternative. So now the black people need to pull back out of either party and let the parties fight for our vote. And
exactly.
We make you give us something, because we don't even have respect from the police. You know what I mean? And then when I come on my channel and I do my videos and I talk, etc., you've been there from day one or whatever. It's so funny how people mad at me say things to me, which I never, if you've been there since the beginning, I've never, ever came for anyone. I never doxed anyone. Nope. Never put any pictures out there up until yesterday. Never did it. And then I end up taking my picture down because it's out of character for me. You know, because that's not what I'm here for. So people mad at me because of what your blogger mad at me. You know what I mean? Like, your blogger don't like me, so you automatically don't like me. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not trying to hear what I'm saying. You just got it in your mind that you just not on this side, so you just the enemy. But what I'm trying to teach you is not just because I support Robert Sylvester Kelly doesn't mean that I'm your enemy. I'm telling you, this is injustice. And it doesn't matter if you think he's guilty or not. This ain't the way you want to do it, sweetie, because it's going to come
But the question that I have, Fire, is, okay, and I know our people, you know, some of our people have a, you know, they don't think that far in advance. But it's Robert today. Are you going to be still singing that same song when they knock on that door for your son?
Absolutely. And I think, Cassandra, sometimes I think that when I was saying this in 2018, 2019, I don't know if I was saying it prematurely, where people ain't getting it up until now. I'm not sure if I was, but what I can say is, it's unfortunate that they turn men against women, sons against, you know, they turn parents against, to say your son or your daughter. If your daughter says she was raped, you got to believe women. But then if your son said, Mama, I didn't do it, are you supposed to believe your son? He's not going to be believed because he's the boy. You know, they didn't turn, and people supported this narrative. And I told y'all that was the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
We had people before I was even born told you don't follow these women's lead. You got people do it anyway, and it's the app. And then, you know, like I like some of these channels. I'm not gonna lie, I'll go over there. I stay in the bushes most of the part, but I listen to them talk. And for some reason, when it comes to talking about the Robert Sylvester Kelly case, which I just speak on the injustice part of it because it's so open. And so I don't want to say the wrong thing, you know what I mean? Or I don't want to say too much with my knowledge, and then I know that we are watched out here, give them a way to prepare. They already prepared for stuff of what we were saying out here anyway. So I try to watch what I say, but they really do think that it's the legal system is one-sided. They really do believe that. It's not one-sided. It's not you get indicted. It's not you get detained. And it's automatically you going to jail for something. it's the fact that, like, what's his name? The guy from Murder Inc. Record label. He beat them charges. All those charges. Irv Gotti. He beat all those charges. OJ beat all those charges. Kel beat all those charges the first time.
Beat his charges. Mystical just beat his charges.
Mystical just beat his charges. You can't have a charges and walk out there. OJ walked out. He was on a chase on the freeway.
Let's
and
not
walked
forget.
out the courtroom.
Let's not forget Tupac mama represented herself against the federal government and beat all charges.
And beat all the charges. So you can't say
they didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, they ain't see that one coming.
They didn't see that one.
You see what I'm saying? So, right, and so the thing over there is, but then even with the other side, it's even with Mr. McGee. Okay, now everybody know I'm not a fan of his, but I was even speaking up for him as well, because my thing is this: how is it that the federal government
talk now?
How is it that
I'm saying talk.
The federal government, and this is why I was telling the other side, this is what they need to be upset about. If they so advocating for this man over there who recently just went to jail, this is what you need to be mad and pissed about. They said, well, if you do the crime, you do the time, and you do this and you do that. Well, that's not the case if it's a woman, because this woman admitted that she didn't have sex with somebody underage, got immunity. But if you advocating for victims' rights, you don't want that person shouldn't get immunity. You know what I'm saying? But then you go and insert yourself in this case for a reduced sentence, but she can go violate somebody that they say they supposed to be cracking down for, and she get immunity?
Something wrong with that.
I'm wrong with that picture. And if anybody that needed to be pissed off right about now, it should have been them over there. They feel like, wait a minute, we advocate for women's rights. How is she gonna be a violator, as she admitted? And then all he did was some scamming shit, but you could make him pay back forever. You can't make his ass pay back behind bars.
But Fire, I asked the question, why aren't we so upset and screaming? Because remember, we're the only ones. If you go on all of these YouTube stations, we're the only ones out here fighting and carrying on and just doing the most.
To this magnitude, yes.
But I don't hear nobody talking about Les Moonves, Charlie Rose, all of these people that were literally fired, and they were fired during the same time they were trying to get Robert. Neither one of them went to jail.
No, because what they got them for was different. Let me tell you how they did it. Sandra, because you know I've been on my movements. You know I don't like them so much that I got a foul on them, girl. I'm trying to tell you. When I tell y'all, put out what I want y'all to know, I don't like the women. And let me tell you, they have two files. There's two files. There is one for Me Too, helping little black girls in the neighborhood. And then they separate these files for sexual harassment. Do you see the difference? So what they're going to do is, they got two piles. Basically, your piles is black and white, literally black and white. Mm-hmm. Harvey Weinstein may be, because he made some big people mad, is why he used some other big people and they joined it together to get him. But the files is basically black and white. The rich white man, we're going to say sexual harassment, you work for the company, you're going to get this money, we're going to let it go. They're going to stay out the limelight 3-4 years so they can slowly come back, because they now slowly coming back to TV. Les Moonves, all of them start slowly come back. So now they're going to be back to making their millions. They're going to lay low. They know, but they know the power of scrutiny. If you know what I'm talking about, they ain't said nothing for years about them after the scandal of them. You see what I'm saying? Robert Kraft, all of them is going to be low. They're going to be low, right? So next thing you know, then you got Me Too.
And Robert Kraft, those women were from China.
They was from the Philippines or something like that, Vietnam or something. They're Asian women. But listen.
Okay, but they wasn't legal.
Right. So then you got the Me Too supposed to be helping little black girls in the neighborhood, right? You got hurt. And that's to go after the rappers, your black athletes, your stuff like this. Okay. Now these are the ones who could potentially go to jail for rape. Okay. They're gonna make them go to jail for rape because they are going to be the next new slave. Okay. This is how they're gonna put people black in plantation.
That's the new lynching.
Because of the simple fact is, if we put enough of them into slavery and break down the money and take the money away from them, right? Because if we do it to the black man here, people will be in an uproar in the community. But we do it to the athletes and they thinking they empowered and all this and that. We gonna take their money, let them know that they ain't no better than these guys at the bottom, and we're gonna get some work out of them. And then all these manufacturings, now these positions that they're hiring in manufacturing, if you notice, the prisons are getting bigger and bigger, and they're looking more and more like manufacturing facilities as opposed to prisons, because they are going to start putting machinery back in the prisons to get free labor. They not gonna just be making license plates no more. They're gonna be making your cars in a minute. They're gonna be making your electrical car. The prisoners are going to do it because it's gonna be easy to get your ass in prison with this rape shit, okay? It's gonna be so easy to get you in there with rape because they know a lot of black men, what we do, sex. Sex is something that every black heterosexual man gonna have. He's gonna get some sex. He's gonna have sex in the past. Some of people gonna come, so they got his sex, right? But then the LGBT is behind it and they bag the feminine movement. So they gonna protect themselves. So you notice that the feminine guys and the gay guys who charged with sexual harassment or rape, nothing happened to them.
Nothing.
No jail, no anything. You know what I mean? And so that's why I was saying what I was saying to them.
Whose fault is that, though? Whose fault is that, though, Fire? Whose fault is that, though?
What?
Whose fault is it? What is it? Today ended up being Pride Day. We can always bring up the LGBT, we bring up the law, but it goes back to what you were saying. Who voted in the people that had the power to implement the laws to grow this?
But see,
that was your black president.
Exactly.
But see, you also got to think about this.
All of this is just a snowball effect. Everything is a snowball effect, year after year after year after year. The resolution. What's the resolution?
But see, let me tell you something though, Pap. You got to think about this too now. You got to think about the fact that you got your lobbies and you got money. Money is going to rule. If you think that your vote really did a whole lot, you really mistaken. It's all about the money. And so who has all the money? The LGBTQ has lot of it. They own Hollywood. They own your news media. They have a lot of it. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? They own everything you do. That's why they're able to get all these laws passed quicker, and we can't even get reparations. We can't even get respect for the police. So but they don't use your vote as numbers. But it ain't
what's the resolution again to fight these people? What's your resolution again?
One of the things that we got to do, for one, I believe personally, is that we got to get involved in our own communities and build our own wealth.
That's it.
We got to get involved in our own communities and build our own wealth. We got to infiltrate the government. In other words, you don't need all these. You don't need a big government. A big government is going to overthrow the people. You don't need them. You need them small, where you and your vote can be in control. Because as much as you sit up there and let them get bigger and bigger, and you got the Emily's list out here, you got the feminine movement out here, the LB, they're going to overpower all of the majority, and they're going to overthrow the people where you are not going to have a voice. They're muting you now. And it's called
but
the
Pat,
cancel
I'm
culture.
saying fire. See, okay. Everybody saw something different than what I saw at the Capitol. At the Capitol. I saw something different. These people went there because they were sick and tired of these people doing what they're actually doing to us. Now that we're complaining about, you're not gonna keep telling me that you're gonna make these changes and there are no changes being done, and then you're gonna tell me how it's going. It's just like you've been running this country the way you want to run it, and so I just gotta bow down and accept whatever it is that you tell me. That's not how that goes. And so I had a chance to listen to these people because they come on Saturdays, and these people not just fighting for what everybody want them to believe, that it's just the whites people trying to fight for the white people. No, they're fighting for their rights that have been violated by Congress and so forth and so on. These people have dictated to us and told us that they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they're sending out more money than bringing in more money. For instance, all of the toll roads are owned by China. Every toll road in the United States is owned by China.
Right.
Why are we sending all of this money over to Israel every year? What are we doing this for?
Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? What you want? They oil, they this, they that. What is because see, they want something over there that they ain't telling us.
And that's what it is.
They want
and that
something
was
over
the
there
same
that they
thing
ain't
with
telling
Mr.
us.
Cosby. They want us to believe it was about NBC, but I know for a fact it was about the man's land. He got all on his land.
Yeah.
With the LGBTQUSV and all that, what they're trying to do, and they've been very successful at it. If you look at the modern day music, culture and everything, what they're trying to do is destroy the image of the alpha male in society.
That's right.
And what they have been able to do is to make it camouflage it like it's some type of racial thing. No, that's why I tell people, don't make it no black thing, because it far exceeds that. Every man is at war with the dominant society. If you like women and you a man, you have a problem on your hands, because they don't want that. They want all us to be gay and feminine and tea-tying and all that. We ain't on none of that. So if you fighting against that, it's all about population control at the end of the day. If they can make us gay, or if they can have us incarcerated, if they can't lock us all up. So hey, if we can't stop you niggas from populating, y'all like women, all right, we finna make y'all gay. You know what I'm saying? If we can't
and so
make
what
y'all
they
gay,
do when they lock you
up,
they know if they lock you up in prison, and I've seen it happen working at the prison. They put a inmate in there to try to attack you and rape you, so that whenever you come back out, you confused. You're not sure what your life is like.
Exactly. Now let me give you I'm gonna give y'all a little experience that I had. I got locked up at the age 18, 19 years old. I went to prison. I did time in prison. And it's mind-boggling at that age, at that young of an age, and going to prison and doing all that, and you witness people that you would think all these hard gang bangers and all that, they be in the street, they be straight thugs. But when they put me in the cell with this guy, you know what I'm saying? Tattoos all over his body, straight thug dude. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time being locked up. When they put me in the jail cell with the dude, I thought he was, you know what I'm saying, cool. I'm like, yeah. As soon as the lights went down, you know, he chop it up with me, you know what I'm saying? I get in my bunk, I'm reading the book, you know what I'm saying? I just come from Cook County Jail, and I went downstate to the penitentiary. I'm sitting there, and he chop it up with me like woo woo woo, and then I hear some, hey baby, woo woo. I'm looking like, what is that? A CEO? I look up, it's a whole punk. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole punk at the door, a white boy with long hair. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there looking like, what's going on? Dude jump up like, yeah, baby, go get me these cigarettes at the other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him, he looking at me. He like, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I got a whole family. He was older than me. You know what I'm saying? He was about 30. You wouldn't notice. He like, man, when I'm locked up, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife and kid.
And you're not lying.
If I ever see you in the world, I'm gonna tell your wife, you know, come on, man, you messing up the pussy population out here, messing with these punks in jail. And you're not telling nobody that you swing both ways. You know what I'm saying? It be people that you don't know. It be the main ones with all that tough, acting all gangster, acting all tough. They be switching. They be switching.
Sure do.
You know what I'm saying? I witnessed that with my own eyes. That's just real talk. And I was maybe about, like I said, I was still probably a teenager and saw that. And it blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, it's crazy how they, you know, and then when I look at the agenda that they're pushing right now, you know what I'm saying? It's even worse. They're not looking for equality. They're looking to be superior. You know what I'm saying? At one time, they wanted to be, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. They looking to be superior. The dominant society is not fighting for equal rights for homosexuals. If you're homosexual or whatever sexuality you have, that's fine. Be that. But don't try to force that on these kids.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? If you live your life. When I was growing up, kids that you know, when I remember that, or whatever young adults that would happen to be homosexual, we didn't know nothing about it. Everybody ain't got to know your business. Why are y'all trying to promote and push this gay agenda all of a sudden especially on the children? So that lets you know that that's a clear indication that it's a higher power that's pushing this agenda. And the agenda is for a certain purpose.
It's a lot of what the only thing that I can come up with regarding that is an attack against the word of God.
Exactly.
Because they know what God has already set forth.
I totally agree.
That is an attack against the word of God. It's not the man, it's not the woman, it's not the child, it's an attack. It's man saying, I'm gonna show God that this is the way it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, I don't want people to think that, you know, we gay bashing or anything like that. Be who you are, if that's your lifestyle. What we're speaking more to, and I'm just adding clarity to you, sis, and what we're both speaking on is the promotion of it to the youth. I don't care if you're gay or you shouldn't be promoting over sexuality in any capacity to kids. You know what
They're
I'm
teaching
saying?
it in the schools.
Exactly. In cartoons, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at in relation to what, you know what I'm saying, what our brother, you know, RSK is dealing with, what he promotes is
Making babies.
Repopulating. You feel me? So they like, man, we gotta get rid of this guy. He talking about making more babies. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So it all plays a part. And people, when you tell them this, they don't see it, but you got to think outside the box. And this may be a lighter, you know, scope of things, but, you know, one thing his music did was connect men and women together to produce man, woman, and child. You feel what I'm saying? So I think,
which is what God has already ordained.
Ordained, exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and that's population control. You know, the elites are all about it, man. It's deeper than what people really realize when we look at these cases. Like I followed the Bill Cosby case really close, and that was a bunch of garbage. Harvey Weinstein, that's a white man. His case,
His was a bunch of garbage too.
Sure was. It sure was.
It was a bunch of garbage.
Free Harvey Weinstein.
Look, and I be saying that too, because as I sat up here and I read some of his stuff, and as I sat up here, I was like, oh my God. I was like,
and then we got our people over here fighting for Robert. Oh yes, they gave him. I'm like, are y'all kidding me?
Man.
Are y'all really kidding me? Do y'all know what y'all
are doing? People satisfied the judge. They didn't do it right. They just wanted to go home. They satisfied the judge, because you got to think. And Harvey Weinstein, they were deadlocked twice.
Mm-hmm.
They were deadlocked twice, and the judge kept going back, telling them to keep going back. So they knew that the judge wanted a conviction. But see, that's the thing that people need to understand. It don't matter what the hell the judge wants. The judge can't.
Judge gotta wait just like everybody else.
The judge gotta go along with what you say. You paid his salary to be on that
part.
Shit, you run this. That's the problem. The problem that may want you to think that you work for them. No, they work for you.
And a lot of and also our people need to start signing up so that they can be on these juries. You know, stop running from that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, because here's what happens is they make you come on the jury, then you get to saying what they want you to say, and you hem your own men's up, or people in your own culture of knowing. Like, let me tell you this story right quick before I forget. So I was talking, I was on mute. I put y'all on mute for a minute, and a girlfriend of mine had just called me. And this was the same girlfriend that was telling me about her son. So her son was served as a juror in the case, right? So he was on the jury, and I think he was maybe maybe one or two black. And it was other cultures, but the majority of them was white. He was the only two black. So the prosecutor had said that this guy had robbed and raped a young lady on the way to school. Now, where I'm at, you know, it's on one side of the city and it's the other side of the city, and that's like 45 minutes to an hour from the east side to the west. Okay. So he was on the jury
in Detroit too.
Yeah, I'm in Detroit. Yeah. So he was on the jury, and the prosecutor made it sound so good that, you know, he did this and he raped this girl and he robbed these people and blah 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 blah. Well, my friend's sons was the one that set him free. It was like, you guys are not thinking. He was like, he doesn't have a car. He catches the bus. It takes him 3 buses to get to his job. that's far away from his home. So that's not a familiar place where he normally would be. You get what I'm saying? So normally when people commit crimes, it's in the vicinity to where they normally be.
Exactly.
And they said he was on the other side of town. So you mean to tell me he can't do all that on the bus? What they said that he did. So it was that logic that he told the other jurors is why he was set free. But they was that close to sending him up the river. You get what I'm saying? Because he was like, no, I live in the city of Detroit. And you ain't catching a bus maybe from like 7 mile or 8 mile or 6 mile or 8 mile, but you ain't catching no bus from no damn east side to the west side to rob and rape a girl and then catch the bus all the way back and then got to get it transferred. And he was like, oh, hell no. He ain't do that. He ain't do that on the bus. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get away like that.
And that's the same with this case here. When did this man have time to do all of this?
I said it's only 24 hours in the day. It's only 24 hours in the day. He made an obscene amount of songs, worked with so many damn artists. Just the work alone doesn't
Come on, man.
To
become the king of R&B.
He's always in the studio. They said he was always in the studio. So then you went to his studio. You told the police that he had bunks and piss buckets and everything else. You took that from a damn movie. And then when they did a well-being check, not knowing that he was going to get a well-being check done on him, may I add, they didn't find anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. So then they said, we got 50 witnesses. They got 50 witnesses and they got 50 this and 50 disgruntled people that it came in this life within 30 years that he done pissed off. When you are big and you gonna piss off a lot of people. The man who I used to work for, he pissed me off. He pissed off 36,000 people. When he closed down the manufacturing facility here in Detroit, he got a lot of people hate him. Because they worked for him for 20, 30 years, and then he closed the facility down. Just like Rob. He employed a lot of people, had to let him go. They hate him.
Well, little did they not know. The people next door to Rob, next door, know a whole lot more than they think they know. And when I say no, I'm talking about no. Videos, no.
I'm just happy that I don't personally know R. Kelly, but I know, like I do music and I know people that used to book Kells back in the day, you know what I'm saying, on the promoter side. And one thing that I always heard about Rob, you know what I'm saying, and I've been to a few concerts that my people have promoted. They used to do boat parties at Lakeshore Drive and by Lake Michigan and things of that nature. Be all white parties and things of that nature, like around 2007, 2008.
Yeah,
I go and attend, and you never hear anything bad about Rob. They always say he was a good guy. He
Baby,
was cool,
let me tell you, Rob
earth.
come here,
but
walk the street.
I'm finna say something. Wait a minute, sis. I'm gonna let you go. One thing that they did say, he was down to earth, but the people around him.
Thank you.
The people around him was conceited, cocky, and they was kind of
condescending. Yes.
Yeah, they was a little on some other shit. That's that. I'm gonna leave it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say no names because I don't know no names, but I'm just saying, like, him personally was just a free spirit, but the people around him, they was on some other shit. That's a fact.
That part, and that's how it was here.
I can believe that.
That's how it was here. When he was here, he would walk, literally in the hood. And the people around him, they're like, trying to tell him, no, you can't. He's like, no, you look, go to the room. I'm at home. I'm free. I can do what I want to do. They got me. And I'm like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. This man did not do this.
I want to take us in a little bit of a different direction, and I kind of want you guys' opinions on some of these people that was a part of this civilized alleged resolution for Black Americans, mostly our Black men. Okay, I'm gonna take you to this article here because I was around when they had this march. This march we know, which was led by Louis Farrakhan. He had a goal with that march. I'm going to read a little bit of the article, and as we get to the names of the people who I assume back in 1995 when it happened, that these were to be great leaders now that can bring this justice and bring this different constitution that will benefit us as a whole, with our Black men standing up and taking care of the homes and preventing the homosexuality. I thought that these were going to be the leaders that was supposed to fight what we are fighting as millions with just our voice. I have a question behind this article as to what happened. What did they fail us? What happened? What happened? Because I thought that this was an opening door to fix all of this of what I'm hearing tonight. This is what they congregated for. And let's put the article up, and everybody is aware of the Million Man March, right? It kind of seems like being the 2000, we're in 2021, getting ready to go into 2022. Are we in need for a Million Woman there march or what? Because I feel like this Islam nation they didn't fix the problem.
I think another Million Man march will be.
I think so too, but let me share.
Because they already got the Million Woman march. It's called the Me Too Times Up.
Exactly. That's true. That's true. Everybody remembers this, right? Because I was front and center on the TV, right? And I was like, oh, so the first thing that came to my mind was Martin Luther King. We shall overcome. And I was thinking, well, this is going to do it. You see all of those people that showed up out there, right? What do they say? It's close to 1 million people that showed up. And then you had what was his name? Chavez was the guy name, who, ended up shutting it down for this special day. Sometimes when I see these type of events and the people that are in charge, it kind of reminds me of the people that just wants to have their name associated with something and they kind of move on to their little secluded area, and it only defines and identifies only certain people. So everybody else that was left out here with this march got left out. Half of these people in this march right here is probably now dealing with homosexuality. Half of these people now is probably dead or locked up in the prison.
Wow.
So, I'm just saying, what happened? It says here that this was supposed to have been an inspired march that was led by Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, as we know now, who lives secluded in his own little box, okay?
Yeah.
Got his little orders or whatever he chooses with his little people that comes out. And to me, all they do is just try to recruit another brother just to keep their little organization together. But it also educates and builds up more men. I do get that part. But had this kept going, we'd have probably been in a better situation, in a much better situation. This right here, I really thought that it was going to go like every year. This would have fixed your problem out here. But somewhere it failed. Go ahead.
One
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hey, baby, check it out. If we go back to a specific scene,
Yeah.
if we go back to a specific scene in the Malcolm X movie, right? Y'all saw the Malcolm X movie, right? When Denzel played Malcolm, right?
Right.
If you go to the scene when the guy got beat up in the jail cell, I don't know if y'all remember, but Malcolm X was like, man, we about to go get this brother up out of here because he was a Muslim. We finna do a well-being check. Hence, well-being checks and all that going on. So they did a real well-being check in the jail, right? And the guy and Malcolm had the power to really go through the jail. They beat the man up. They see him on the ground. They like, man, who did this to him? And woo, woo, woo. And they started a whole riot. And the people said, and you know, they went all out. You know what I'm saying? They marched downtown in front of the police station and all that. They about to send it up. But then, you know what I'm saying? The people was like, we not Muslims. They only care about Muslims. They only fight for Muslims. They don't fight for just black people. So when you was reading that, that's what popped in my mind. Like, I salute Farrakhan and the Islam Nation, you know, because honestly, to me, Farrakhan is like the only black man that's a leader that's still living with some balls. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They don't fight for all black people. They just fight for their religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
unless you donate, unless you give a healthy donation.
If you don't become what they are, then you're absolutely, you're exempt. You're on your own out here. You got to fight.
Yeah.
You got to fight Congress on your own.
But see, that's where the Black Baptist associate ministers and it was actually all the black pastors. They all come together. That was during that time, that's when all the black pastors would come together and they would take a stand, but they don't do that anymore.
No, because they for themselves and they bought out.
And a lot of them are on the down low.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that that this would be pretty interesting on this topic because
that was very interesting.
I saw this. I sat in front of this TV and I was like, okay, change is gonna come. Look at all of these people out here that's making this noise to Congress, to your legislative, to your about your constitutional rights, about becoming a man, about protecting your home front, about avoiding homosexuality, about building wealth together. But we can't do it.
That's where the grassroots organizations came from. You know what I'm saying, from the ground up, and the ground roots, even before they turned into gangs, they was organizations. That's what a lot of people see. How people perish for the lack of knowledge of themselves. If we look at all these so-called gangs and everything like that, it started in a righteous way to protect the community. It was never intended for us to be fighting against each other in ignorance. It was never intended for that. But see, you got people out here gang banging, disrespecting one another. But if you do the history, they all were one. They all came from the same thought process to protect each other from the onslaught of the government. It was never to be fighting against one another and claiming territory that we really don't own. You know what I'm saying? It was all about providing protection for our community, for our women and children. That's where our people suffer for the lack of knowledge of themselves. It's like, learn some literature, man. Y'all need to stop all this foolishness, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It was never to be gang banging and disrespecting one another. You know what I'm saying? It was never meant for that. You know, and when you have knowledge of self, you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? And therefore you can teach better. You know what I'm saying?
Some of these people, I don't
And
even
you can
know if they
lead
can
better, you can
learn.
live better. I swear. I mean, it's some
I don't
people
even
just
know if
don't
they
want
can learn some stuff. I really don't.
I'm with you, Fire.
I don't even know if
try to
these people
believe
got
that
any
there's
kind
hope.
of
I
ability. I'm
really
for
do.
real.
I
I ain't
try
never
to
seen
believe that
such.
there is
I ain't never
hope.
seen so many. Well, in this sector, I ain't never seen so many people so sensitive in all my day.
it's
I
crazy.
tried to believe it, but doing this R. Kelly sector, doing the, the rallies, doing the other situation with the other guy over there, and it pushes you one step back, not quite 10. And when you try to come out here to support and advocate and do whatever, and you still see the nonsense of your kind, it does push you back a little bit. And I'll be like, they ain't ready.
It's embarrassing.
I'm like, they ain't
It's
ready.
embarrassing.
They don't
More so
want to
like
be ready. I don't, it's like, oh, get ready, get right.
That and that's why I salute all y'all queens on this channel right now. Y'all doing something that the men should have been doing, having progressive conversations.
no,
You know
because
what
you
I'm
can't
saying?
have a
Minus all the
conversation.
drama.
Jeff, you can't have conversations because, for one, in order to have a conversation, one person got to listen at one time, then the other person got to talk, and then you got to understand their stance, and then they have to understand yours. But that ain't what happens. What happens is, if I don't like you,
get screamed at.
if I don't like you, you can't. My people can't like you, and then
That's division. And who's been dividing us for over 100 years?
You know who. You
so
know.
Why would we want to keep dividing ourselves? And that goes back to Decimo, how we were with the earlier lives when we first started. The slavery, they trapped us. We're trapped. Get out of it.
Get out of it.
But when we first came on, we
was forced to be reckoned with.
Man, they knew to throw money at these people that started the division.
Yeah,
they threw money at these damn people. You can tell who they threw money at. They threw money.
We were a force to be reckoned with.
Before money came into play, they was like, okay, they called some people like, look, you know what I'm saying? Walk away from this. We'll donate this to your channel. We'll cash app you this behind the scenes. And people sold out for money. When we gonna stop selling out for that mighty dollar?
Selling our soul for $1.
But see, that's
for a damn dollar.
That's COINTELPRO. They paid a man. They paid a man $300 to sabotage Fred Hampton and the Black Panther Party for $300. So
$300.
$300.
So you sold out your whole culture and your whole cause for $300.
Your whole not only your whole everything, your whole ancestry, and from that point and beyond,
damn dollars.
For $300 damn dollars.
That's what they did.
Come on, man.
They tried to do it with me.
Get it out the mud, man. You ain't got to sell out.
They tried to do it with me. They tried to do it with me, but they don't understand. I was already blessed, honey.
I spitting fire. You know, I've been a subscriber and a fan of yours since day one. You a day one.
One, baby.
Day one.
Day one.
You know what I'm saying? And when I saw one pap, I would say, I support your channel. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? I support everybody.
It was funny. You know when I saw you and with the other one, it really behooved me because I was giving them your information because, baby, you was putting it out there. Oh, she's against chaos. She's not for chaos. And I mean, it was just I'm like, wow, really? I just cannot believe this. But I guess whatever is in you gonna come out sooner or later because
But see, people allow you and all the time. You know what? Let me tell you. And that lets you know when they say I'm against chaos or any black man for that fact, that lets you know, and when I speak out here, that lets you know who is the person you should watch.
That part.
Because if you never, because listen to me, at that time you never spoken to me. So you don't know me. You never spoken to me. This was said to you before you even had a conversation with me. I didn't know you existed. You see me because I'm on screen and then you hear me.
Exactly.
But I don't see you. And this is why I was telling the people out there. We see you, y'all see us, but we don't see you guys. Okay. So you see me, you hear me speaking. So if you have a mind that's not at the surface level at all, then the person who told you that is the one you should be weary of.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. The person who told you that, but you got people out here that they are such surface level thinkers that they've had people get in their head.
Well, I didn't stop, baby, because you was putting it out there, and
but
every time you put it out there, I was sharing.
They tried me. Let me tell you something. When I was rocking with people, I tell everybody the good. I tell you the good about you. They will lie on me and all this and that, but I know what my character is. And what I spew out here, people will know what it is because it's going to come out and it's genuine. So when I tell people, grow your channel, do this, leave bullshit alone, X, Y, and Z. When I'm telling you this, I'm not going to sit up there and waste my time telling you anything wrong. I'm not going to geek you up to go fight. I'm not going to geek you up to go at a woman. I'm not going to geek you up to call her bitches and hoes. I'm not going to waste my time, all this stuff I've been through in life, to geek you to do some craziness. When I'm out here telling men not to do craziness, right? So then you sit up here and you do what you want to do. You come at me, try to tell me crazy stuff, but then you realize I'm not that person. Or I can't get her. She too solid. Because I cuss you out when you come at me with crazy shit. You can't come at me with no crazy shit. You get cussed out. There has been plenty of people on the phone with all these recordings that heard a whole lot of folks get cussed out because I cuss you out. Don't call me with no stupid shit.
That's why I had to get my tattoo because I used to be, ooh, girl, so I had to condition myself. Like, okay,
I'm sorry.
You got a temper, and I know I have a temper. I'm a dad, okay,
I'm sorry.
I had to find something.
Hey, y'all ladies.
And I was like, I use my finger up because I be wanting to, hey girl, we learning, I'll be wanting to tear it up. But that's what, what got me a lot more calmer with myself, because I start asking myself, well, what's going to be the outcome of this? Nothing, like literally nothing. So I was like,
absolutely
nothing. I'll go do my energy on something else where I know there's an outcome.
But when I do everything I do, even when I spit fire, everything I do is strategically planned. I tell people that I use aggressive language, aggressive tone, plenty of cuss words. Sometimes it's passionate, sometimes it's deliberate. I'm spitting fire, and this is what you're gonna get. So I'm telling you how it's gonna be before it even gets to you. And when you come out, you better be willing for it. Now, because I already know what it is. See, a person who doesn't know, is not aware of that, would never be able to tell you a disclaimer like that. You get what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't be aware of the things that they do. Everything I do is strategically planned. Because it's the passion in me. Because a lot of times when you have passion and you speak with such, you connecting with souls. And the only way you're going to connect with someone else's soul is if it's passionate. And if they're passionate about it, it's going to be a magnet and it's going to connect together.
Can I make a suggestion? And I respect and wholeheartedly, Queen, spin fire. I salute you and I respect you to the utmost. And like I said, I've been a big subscriber and fan of your work, and I salute you 100 grand. And I've been wanting to have a conversation with you, but I didn't know how to reach you. But what I would suggest, when I look at just situations in my personal life with people that I may had a disagreement with, it didn't, it didn't work out the way that it should have been, or whatever the case may be. Instead of falling out, I just fall back.
Exactly. Yeah, I just
fall back. When I see that people that because I got 20-year, 30-year niggas that, we grew up together in the sandbox, and we not connecting on this other level. Instead of I love you and I care about you and I don't want nothing to happen to you. I know you don't want to happen to me. I'm just gonna fall back. I'm just gonna fall back instead of us falling out. Real niggas don't fall out. We just fall back.
Right.
I think if more people took that approach, I think that we'll be a lot better off. But everybody seems like they gotta make an announcement when they not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you have this is what the thing of it is. It's the thing of this is a virtual ship.
Yeah.
It's not a relationship. It's not a friendship. It's a virtual ship. So if me and you were cool in real space, and we had a connection and a relationship in real space, it would be different. But these are binaries. This is technology. It's not reality. I hope you get what I'm saying. Like, you can be cool with someone for the sake of the channel.
I follow.
For the sake of the channel. And you got millions of people who follows who you follow because they follow you. As you said, you rock with me from day one. So I'm over here, I mess with Papoose, and that I mess with Sylvia and some other people or whatever. So you see that. So you have a brand. So it's a business as well. You get what I'm saying? So when businesses break up or when businesses separate, they let you know. You know what I mean? Whether they merge together or they separate, they let you know because it's people in it. It's not just the you and me relationship. It's me, you, and the subscribers.
Yeah.
It's me, you, and the subscribers. So I have to let my subs know that I'm now discontinued with this person because there's nothing. You have to understand, it's not personal.
Now you right. Now, spitting fire. You are a very intelligent woman, and I respect what you just said.
Thank you.
I can't even argue with what you just said. Sometimes you gotta let it be known depending on the nature of the relationship. So I respect that.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's and believe it or not, that's how the and if more people would do that, and because the subs, they actually, I don't know. They all over the place.
Man, since the subs is all over the place, the subs is mainly the problem because they gonna bring you a bone and then they gonna take one back.
Yeah,
they gonna bring you a bone, take one back. All that gossip and that shit. I don't operate off third-party information. If you telling me what another motherfucker said, I don't care. What the fuck did you say when the fuck they were saying it?
Thank you.
I don't operate off third-party information.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And that was what I said initially with the day that Sylvia them had when they was everybody was making peace. I said it would be so good to see the bloggers have offline meetings and y'all set your schedules up. Spitting Fire gonna come on at such and such time. Y'all don't have to even tell us, but it's and the devil don't have room to come in if things are done in decent and in order. And that way, all of these subs don't have time to be going here, there, and there, because everybody is coming on at a certain time. I'm not overlapping this person's not overlapping that person.
We used to be like that.
Yeah.
I know it was like that.
It was like, but see, we were infiltrated those Sandra, and people sold themselves. So when somebody is selling, when they compromise and they sold themselves to join oppositions and all this kind of stuff, they're not trying to cooperate. They're never going to make peace. They're never going to, they're always going to be chaotic. They're never going to sit up there and say, okay, well, I am trying to make peace with these people. Let's work for Rob. Let's do this. They're not. They're going to fight. It ain't even about Rob no more.
Exactly.
It's not about that. So you know who's been infiltrated. You know who's been bought out.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Not to cut you off, you know I love you. Whole time, right? I'd have been in chats, right, and people that came at me sideways and shit like that, right? I'm like, you know, whole time when I sense that it's going that type of direction, I get the fuck up out the chat. I just be like, okay, you coming at me sideways, you woo. I'm logging off. This is the internet. You people don't fucking know me. I don't know y'all. Fuck y'all.
That part.
I don't give a fuck what you think about me, nigga. Fuck you. That's my attitude. Because at the end of the day, as soon as I see it going sideways, this is the internet. I'm finna just, if I don't like what's going on the fucking internet, I'm gonna log the log off button. But see, people can't do that. They got to keep going, and then you got people that's egging you on, and you got motherfuckers. It's like the Matrix. Red of the fucking green pill, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a unplug. It's the internet, man. I got enough people in my real life, people that really know me, that rock with me, that know me, period, and family, and people that I connect with on the internet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Sandra, you know what I'm saying? Me and her connect, you know what I'm saying? All these other people was in my life for a season. I don't really give a fuck what they think about me, you don't fucking know me.
They ain't sleeping with you at night either.
And they not trying to know you.
They're not trying to.
So I'm not gonna put that much into it. If you got an issue,
you know what? Y'all had something good when y'all was over there with Dr. Rice. You guys, y'all had it going on. Y'all had some real men over there handling business.
Oh man, salute to Dr. Rice, you know what I'm saying? And T. Stevens is my dude. I fuck with T. Stevens. That man, I understand why a lot of people felt bad because this shit got so fucking messy. People got real careers. People got real lives.
See, that's what they want. They want everyone to fall back. They don't want Rob to have no supporters.
They don't want him to have no supporters.
And then they will say, we for Rob. But you cussing everybody out doing everything that Rob wouldn't do.
I mean, and then the man that's fighting, I mean, that went all out of his way, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. Don Russell, everybody working for Don Russell. I'm like, good God Almighty, Jesus! Can we all just get along?
The majority of the people out here grew up on that goddamn Jerry Springer. They won't. That's where they won't act. They want to act.
Came out.
They want to act. What you say, Fire? You was at the TBO?
I was already grown when Jerry Springer came out. I'm glad I grew up on that shit.
You know,
I grew up on Scooby-Doo.
They want the action.
Exactly.
They want the action. It's the exciting. It's good. It's the roasting or whatever. And I tell you, I consider myself as a roast queen. I just ain't got dirty.
But they can't take it though, Pap. You know what? We the last generation. They can't. You know, like I was just telling somebody. I was like, you know, we used to be the time when we'll roast each other and still drink beer together or whatever and eat together. And you roast each other and then come back on the next day, roast each other again, and then
in the cafeteria in high school at 5th period. That's all we did.
I used to be playing dozens at school, so I always won. And then
you know who I wish we can get on here, and because I saw how uptight she was when they were talking about Rob on her on the talk. What's her name? Cheryl Underwood. she was very uptight when what's her name? The other lady that they fired. She had so much to say about Rob and Mr. Cosby. And I believe
feminist.
She
a feminist.
Yes, she is. And she hates black people. She don't like black people, period.
Yeah, she's in the feminist club. But you know, the thing of it is that the ones that are rich, they still enslaved too.
Yes, they are.
We think that they got everything because they got all the toys and all the luxuries, but they are enslaved too because there's no way.
They probably in more slavery than we are.
They don't want to come back to where we live. They don't want to come back to the same salary we living on. But like I said before in the video, I was always good with a bologna sandwich. Shit, that's what I was raised up on. Fry that sucker up in the skillet, on the mayonnaise, a little mustard, cut it in half, and drink some Kool-Aid, and call it a day.
I'm right.
Shoot,
they scared to come back to. They scared to come back to their roots.
Hey, let me tell you, I ain't never left mine. Because some of that stuff that's supposed to be high price, they don't look like it's any good anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, let me tell y'all, I went when we was coming up, my mom every now and then she would we would ask her, well, Mom, what we gonna eat today? Because my mom would, she would cook every day. She was one of those that cooked every day. So every now and then she would throw together some, I don't know if y'all remember that they called them hoe cakes.
Yes. Yes, I remember those.
Yeah,
she throw together some hoe cakes and what they call them, salmon
patties, croquettes.
Yes.
Croquettes.
Yes, that's
and
it.
Some biscuits and some with some syrup.
Baby,
you win the game right there. You win the game.
I told you they don't eat like we used to eat. I said, y'all don't do nothing we used to do. I remember when I was a little girl, when you really didn't really get summer clothes too much. Remember, they used to give you the tube tops and stuff like that. Your mom used to buy.
Right.
But when your pants got old, they didn't donate.
Cut them out.
Cut them and make them into shorts. Remember, they used to cut your shorts.
Yes.
The pants and make them into shorts.
And then if you wanted some straight legs, hell, we put rubber bands in them. That was
right. Wait a minute. I told my daughter that one day, right?
It was straight. I was like,
she was like, oh, that's so ghetto. I said, what you mean?
You going to the store buying some ripped up pants?
Sure is. And I get talked about my ripped pants by so many of the other colors. They look at me like, what happened to your pants? If I'm going to work, I'm like, what do you mean? They sell these on the rack. And I hope you ain't paid no more than $20. Like, I paid like $75 for these for some ripped pants. They talk about me so bad when I wear, my ripped jeans. Like, they ripped y'all jeans. I'm like, yeah, they do.
We used to make our own doggone shorts.
Baby, you better ask somebody.
Yeah, we used to cut them. Remember that? I used to cut them. When they get
just as cute. Y'all remember them yo-yo shoes?
Yeah.
The yo with the hole in it.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah. Hey, have your whole feet tanned up. Got bunch of
man, y'all got me reminiscing back in the day. Like,
oh man, I remember when I used to go to school, we used to wear them corduroys. Remember them corduroys used to make all that noise when you walk?
Hey, I still buy corduroys
when you walk. And you got some Buster Browns. Who used to wear some Buster Browns?
Yes, ma'am.
The penny loafer. Who put the penny
loafers? Somebody else has some loafer. Somebody has some penny loafers on that court.
I ain't never had no damn penny loafers. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, somebody has some at court.
I had no penny loafers, guys.
I had some penny loafers.
I wore the hell out of the white girls. I don't care how flat they was.
Well, baby, somebody brought them back to court. During Rob's court time, somebody brought them back.
Oh, wow.
Remember, penny loafers used to be called your school shoes. You had your
Yeah.
play
Hey.
shoes and you had your school
Your
shoes.
school
You
shoes,
could play in your
and we had
school
our
shoes.
church shoes.
Yeah, and then you had to go home and take off your school clothes
Yes,
and
ma'am.
put on
Get
your
in your
regular
play
clothes. So
clothes.
did.
That way you
They
couldn't
walking
mess up them
around
school clothes.
They
You
walking
sure
around
couldn't
in
mess up them
$200
school
gym
clothes.
shoes all day. I watch these guys, and you'll look at them right. Don't get to the gym shoes. $200 pair of gym shoes. They have them on all day. They ain't took the shoe off at all. None the whole damn day. I'm like, okay. So
And where I'm from, baby, those guys had to wear belts. They could not come to school without a belt on. They had to have a belt on.
I remember when
Gotta have a
$50
belt
sneakers
on.
used to be called, there was a lot of money. Remember that? When you had paid
Mhm.
$50 for some sneakers, they was like, wow, them was a lot of money.
Do y'all remember
Now,
them?
don't get me
What was them
wrong.
BKs?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
British Knights.
British
And y'all
Knights,
remember
British Knights.
up under the bottom it says, "Thank you, nigga, for buying my tennis shoes."
I remember it was
I
a big
remember
thing
that. I
about the
remember
British
something like
Knights.
that. I remember
That's what it
some British
says.
Knights.
Thank you, nigga, for buying my tennis shoes.
And they took
they
them all out
wrote
the
it
way.
in a
That's when they
wrote
started
it in
taking
a
them
funny
off.
way. You had to read it a certain type of way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You had because they wrote it. Yeah, they wrote it like scripted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that with British Knights.
And that's when they
crazy.
took them off
And
the they took
That
them
just
off
go
the
to show
shelf.
like how they do shit. Just we on totally different sides of the country, and we can remember something like that from our childhood.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That shit just crazy.
Remember
man.
those Crown? Remember those Crown air fresheners that they said that was made by the Klan? Everybody used to put them in the back of their car back in the early
Yes.
90s.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, remember
And
they
who
had
Crown
to put those
joint.
on?
Yeah.
who was all of these products made by?
That's a good question.
Who?
Not shoot.
They wasn't
That's a good
black owned.
question.
They wasn't
Well, we
black owned.
did have some black-owned companies, but they sold them out.
Yeah.
It wasn't black owned. But now look at it. Now we didn't used to fight about it back then.
Yeah,
Not even-
because we
let's
went to
just
Wieners.
that
Y'all remember
say.
Wieners? Y'all remember Wieners?
Yeah.
No,
We went.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember Wieners? Y'all didn't have a Wieners?
You know you older than me.
Yeah, older they ain't got nothing to do. Baby, Wieners was around a long time.
No, I do not. I'm from Chicago.
They don't
Wait
got
a
them in
minute.
Chicago.
I know
They don't
exactly.
have them in
Jeffrey. So how
Chicago,
you
but-
know? So how you know about them?
I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck driver. I seen them in like the South, like Tennessee. And because I used to go there to, get my little zoos and whams when I be on the road.
I had cousins that
You
used to
feel
say go there.
Okay, so what? Okay, what is it? I don't even know what it is.
It's a grocery
It's
store.
the clothing store.
Store.
It was.
Mm-mm.
Y'all didn't have
We
Kmart out there?
No,
Well, we had Kmart, but we didn't have
Kmart
Winners.
and
We had
Gold
Winkleman's. We had Winkleman's here.
No, we had Gold Blast back in the day, right, Jeff? It was
Gold Blast on 70. I remember we
Yeah.
had a Gold Blast in my neighborhood on 76 and Stony Island.
Gold Blast. Yeah, that's what the black stuff
Yeah, Gold Blast.
was. Gold Blast.
Zers, remember Zers?
But I'm just saying though, look
Hey,
at
one
us now.
Well, hey,
years
one
later. Yes,
Papoose.
sir.
You remember Zers?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had them old bootleg. You swear you was shy with them little red Levi's on too, didn't you?
Sure did. Hey, who remember Levi's? Wait a minute, who remember Levi's with the silk shirt and the snakeskin belt?
Yes, ma'am.
I that one, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Hey Jeff, you know we used to walk up and down the street in them colorful ass Levi every day. Everybody got a different.
Man.
Mhm.
I
And
remember
they was
one of
like
my.
what? 14
Right.
bucks or so back then.
And
Yeah,
don't
you
forget,
know, Levi's.
don't forget the
You
Michael
probably spent-
Jackson jacket.
Oh yeah, the
The Michael
True
Jackson
jacket.
Yeah.
jacket.
I remember I wanted a True jacket so bad. I wanted a True outfit. My mom was like, I ain't spending all that money on that.
I won my Michael Jackson jacket from WGCI. They
That jacket, no, it was made of plastic.
I wore that. I was on the train. Hey, Jeffrey, I was on the Eisenhower train going down there to pick my jacket.
That jacket, no, it was made of plastic.
I sure did. At WGC, I was at the fifth period at the high school, and I was happy. I'm listening to my little headphones and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna call in." Then they answer the phone. I was like, calling numbers.
I'll say you won.
I won that Michael Jackson jacket.
Oh, you was lit.
Hey,
you was lit.
You was lit. And you know how the collar poked up on it. It was red.
Yes.
I was bad. I was bad at that jacket.
Right.
I was bad.
Did y'all were y'all parents like mine? On Saturdays you had to clean up before you get ready, because we always wanted to watch Soul Train at 12 because it comes on at 12. We had to make sure that house was clean before we can watch Soul Train.
Saturdays was cleanup day.
Saturday it was cleanup day.
Yeah, Saturday everybody
cleaned.
cleaned.
You couldn't do shit on Sunday. You had to do it on Saturday.
That's it. Everything was done on Saturday.
Yeah.
And my dad's house, you better not bring that iron out on no Sunday.
No.
We ain't had to do shit. My daddy was a Rolling Stone. When he left out, we all left out. We all get back when he came back. My mom kept everything kind of clean and stuff, so we was pretty much just out on the block. It was catch one, catch all time. Yeah.
My mom didn't even do no cooking on no Sunday. Everything was prepped on Saturdays and ready for Sunday.
I understand though, I guess my point to it, back then, we bought all of these things that was still not owned by our own kind. The prices was
now we did. What was the name of those?
I think we might have owned Sears Roebuck.
50 Cent.
We owned Sears.
When the 50 Cent had a
I don't know.
G Unit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other one? There was another one.
What's her name? What was the name of them damn jeans? That was Russell's. What's his name? Russell Simmons.
Fat Farm.
Fat Farm or something.
Fat Farm.
Yeah, Fat Farm. Russell
and Baby Fat.
Baby Fat.
Baby Fat.
Yeah, Fat Farm and Baby Fat.
And you're out bad.
And it's another one that they still have out, but they call the name. The name is still out there, but I don't know.
Carl Kanai.
No, not that one.
Carl Kanai.
Somebody had a Rockaware shirt on.
Rockaware.
And look what they charge you. Look what your own Black owners charge you. 2 arms and a leg. 2 arms and a leg. That's ridiculous.
I mean, look what these kids still paying $200-300 for a pair of Michael Jordan. For a pair of Michael Jordan, he's been retired for 20 years.
No, I'm not paying that.
Yeah,
no,
I ain't paying it either.
Shit, I ain't paying that. No, he need to be ashamed of himself. He put his name attached to some shit and charge everybody $200-300. He need to be a damn shame himself.
That's crazy.
And then they had his ass charging $200-300 for shoes, and he walking around here with some pumpkin seeds on.
Right, knowing he growing up in impoverished neighborhood in North Carolina, why would you charge so many Black people for your shoes for $300 for a pair of shoes, bro? Come on.
Yeah, sure. Fila reinvented themselves. They back. They back in full force, and not only is Fila back, they brand out. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, they got all kind of shit now. I got some new Fila shit.
And
I like Fila. Yeah. And
what was it?
My bad.
It was which Jordan came out, and a whole bunch of fighting and killing and went on back
then. When they pumped them up, when they had to pump it up shoes,
they sleeping overnight out in tents and stuff, and a bunch of fights and stuff was breaking out and stuff. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
No, we're not getting that, because if you know how many times somebody in my family came home barefoot because somebody took them off their damn feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell that nigga know you wear the same size he wear?
But
you know who I've been shopping with lately?
This is how they condition us to keep us all pretty much separated. You know, we divided up on who can afford these and who can't afford this, or the restaurants that you can eat at and the ones that you can't. It's just, you know, it's tied to this whole damn census thing. Stop filling out them damn census. Stop checking whether if you're black or you're white. Stop checking all that shit on that goddamn thing. They keep us divided by that.
They slid one up under my door. I never filled it out. Filled it out.
Put NA on there. Put NA on it. Put your name.
Exactly.
Don't get them. They got your social security number. You got a certificate of birth and stuff. That's all you need. You ain't got to keep volunteering.
Don't give them no more information than you got to.
That's their
less information, the better.
How to divide these people out here, and we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, we don't know. Because we don't never take the time to find out why.
Huh?
Hey, I grew up under silence and secrecy. I grew up under silence and secrecy. You know what I'm saying? And
that's not what I'm talking about.
That's one love.
So what?
We don't get too
that's
much information.
That's who I'm talking about. Fubu.
Fubu. Okay.
Yeah, she said Fubu.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to slow down on all of that stuff. You know, they got all of these questions. They're on these applications and all this stuff. This stuff is for a purpose, and you looking right at it. They're doing it because of what we give them. It's like we got to start somewhere. Why you got all your
ghetto all I can say is prison is the new lynching.
Yeah. But they don't know how to stay out of there, though. You know,
well, I'm gonna tell you the reason why they don't know how to stay out of there, because they going back in there for something.
Yeah. Well, I know that. But
they going back in there for their woman, Niecy?
Yes.
I knew that's where you was going with it.
Yes.
They going back to see their woman.
Yes.
So they missed their woman, Niecy.
But yes. Now they have all of these laws though that protect them, so ain't nothing you can do about it.
But they want that one special one, don't they?
You can't hit them. You can't do nothing. It was Pride Day yesterday. It was Pride Day around the United States of America. It got some flags standing high, but you can't.
I know.
They don't need to celebrate Black History Month like this.
Thank you. And y'all president was down here in Austin celebrating.
Right.
Yeah, because they the ones who donated to that party.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
He made a big speech. He had a speech.
It ain't gonna be too long before you start hearing about what's her name, Sasha. Oh, that Obama daughter kind of loose with the goose out there a little bit. She got more skin out than anything. I was like, oh, watch out, Obama. Your daughter gonna be in the inquiry.
She was out. One of them was already. Was she smoking weed or something?
She had to try. She had to try it. She just tried it out. She be at Bing Pop. What you call that cup with the alcohol? Bing Pop. What did you call it?
She living her life. You know, she be all right.
Well, I mean, it's time for them to get some grandbabies, though. For real.
It is about time. You know.
They getting old.
This girl said they ain't ready to settle down with no babies. Michelle said she's not staying at home with no babies.
Yeah, she is.
No. Hey, as soon as Michelle lay an eye on the grandbaby, she gonna be in the house.
Yeah, that's it. Taking her on over there.
The oldest daughter pregnant or something?
What?
The oldest daughter
pregnant. You know, Obama them is getting up there in age. I said that it be time shortly, you know, for them to start having a.
Yeah, because the youngest one just graduated, last year?
Yeah.
She graduated, she just graduated college.
Yeah.
But the youngest one?
The youngest one is in college. That was that wasn't last year. This ought to be her third or fourth year in college.
That's the oldest one, ain't it?
No, the oldest one done graduated.
How old is the oldest one?
How old is she?
The oldest
What's her
one I
name,
think
Scott?
about, she got to be about 22, 23.
No, she
Yeah. So
older
the
than that.
youngest one ain't. The youngest one just went to college.
Yeah, the youngest one probably about 19.
Yeah, she's the same age as my daughter.
The oldest one about 23, 22, 23.
Okay, I want to change topics, you guys, because I saw, and I know everybody else saw it today, but I'm not a big TV holic, okay? Not much at all. It's very rare, and I have all these channels and stuff, but it's just so much violence and all of that stuff that goes on. Unless you go to your history and your discovery channels or so. Sometimes, most of the time, I'll do that as soon as I, get some time, some days off. So I was watching the movie. This is to the ladies in the chat. We're switching the topics because I gotta see how you guys would deal with this, which I'm pretty sure I already know. Ed Jeffrey is on the platform, so we'll be able to get this from a man's perspective too. I was watching, and it's not my first time, which was Roxanne, the rapper. Remember the movie Roxanne came out, right?
Roxanne.
Yes. So Roxanne ended up with the big guy in the movie, which was Cross, right? And Cross fed her the juries and the minks and all of that stuff. And and she fell in love and everything. We know that she was had almost went through an attempt rape because she moved in with one of the guys, and in order for exchange, he attempted to take her body. She fought him off when he told her to get out. So she was like, well, no, you can have it, because she was desperate. She needed a place to stay. So she's gonna sell herself out, but he changed his mind. He put her out. Nope, you're not gonna get me caught up on a rape charge. So she ended up leaving, and she got entangled with this guy, with Cross in the movie, y'all. Cross kind of did the same thing. He wined and dined her, and he got her, the jewelry and the minks and everything, and he won her heart, and she won his, right? And the time went on and on and on, and Cross ended up beating Roxanne quite a bit in the movie, you guys, at the end. And he told her, if I'm hitting you, that means that I love you. Agree or disagree?
Totally disagree.
You disagree. But he just
I
kept telling
totally
her,
agree.
yeah, then she ended up pregnant and having a son. She had a son.
I disagree. But the reason what took me so long was I was thinking that if Cross was a pimp or not. Because in the life of a pimp, that's what goes on. That's all.
Pimping in the music industry. You had to do what he said. In the music industry, not pimping as to, I'm going.
Oh, well, no.
Pimping in
I mean, because you can't say he shouldn't have did it if he a pimp in the regular world, because that's just what pimps did. At least back in the day, that's what they used to call him doing. I mean, not saying that's right, but I'm just saying like.
Hey, spit fire. That wasn't a question though.
I know she was breaking up. I was trying to get some clarification.
He beat her quite a bit, and he kept telling her.
And if that was the question on some pimping shit, that's different. But the question was, do he love her if he is beating on her?
Okay, that's what she asked.
That's the question, though. But we're gonna jump back to you, Jeff, because you just said if it was pimping on the other shit, then that was what? What were you gonna say? That's okay.
Now, that was his, from my understanding from watching the movie, because I watched the movie, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't his. He wasn't her pimp. He was like her guy. You know what I'm saying? He was an older guy in the situation that wasn't a pimp. Now, when you talk about the pimp life and things of that nature, it added a different dynamic.
That's what I'm saying.
It varies. Okay, now I see what you see what I'm saying. Now I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
So
couldn't
we
hear
just,
her. 'Cause
you know,
But he kept telling her, I'm hitting you because I love you.
no, no, we don't
I
need
don't
his type of
agree with
love.
that.
But if it was the pimp
Nah,
life,
and
then
even
that's something different.
if it's the pimp life, then it's something different. It
Yeah.
could be different because a pimp is totally different than I'm your guy, your boyfriend, or whatever, your man, or whatever. But
Yep.
if I'm your pimp and I hit you, then it's a different dynamic. Then I'm
Right.
your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now
Right.
you being a man, Jeff, there is
I ain't
went,
never
she
been
went
pimping.
through.
I don't want
I know,
nobody to get the
I'm
misunderstanding.
just saying, y'all. Because you're on the platform and I'm a woman, you're a man. So I'm using you and I as an example so that we can paint this picture very clear to the women out here. There's three
Right.
things that possibly kept her around where she tolerated these beatings. She had a baby. He was helping with her music. So she wanted to get paid and become a star. And she was in love with him. She was in love with him. Those three bite things right there caused this woman to not leave this man. Oh, and then after I guess the first and second and third ass whooping, now she's terrified of leaving. How do we deal with that?
It's kind of a sensitive subject to me because I have a cousin that was more like a sister to me that kind of went through a similar situation with an older guy. But it's like, I look at it like this. When I was coming up and looking at it from in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? It's a lesson, it's something to grow from. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I look at my cousin, she grew from that situation and became a better woman. She was a young lady that went through something and she grew from that. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
when a man is hitting and beating a woman, how is it that they don't see like their mom? You know what I mean? How do you don't see
Because
now,
mom accepted
as a
it.
man,
what blocks y'all out from
if you
seeing that?
no, man, I'm looking at it like I'm just looking at it. Like when you ask the question, I automatically looked at it from the female perspective. Now, as on the man perspective, let me touch on that. If it's
Yeah.
like a double-edged conversation, right? Because just to be fair, on the male perspective, I look at him like a piece of shit, to be honest. And that's just my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take an advantage of anybody, and that's what you did, male or female, you took advantage of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you being basically you being a bully. You know what I'm saying? Because you can.
Do
Because
a man
ain't no real grown woman finna deal with no shit like that.
do a man hurt?
Ain't no. Go ahead.
Do a man hurt mentally as well when they are hitting a woman? Do they hurt as well? You know, like
It depends on the man. Like, I think like for to be up there hitting on a woman and abusing a woman and things like that nature, they got to have an issue. Because I'm not gonna be the fuck I look like. I'm not even finna argue with a woman. I'm not finna even beef with a woman. I'm not because I'm a man. I'm fully confident in who I am as a man. So I'm not even finna. A woman wanna argue with me, I'ma laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? But you got some niggas, some men that'll sit there and entertain the shit. Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never do that. I'm not finna argue with no female. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. It just don't even. It's not even sensical to me to even argue with a woman that I'm not even dealing with. Like that's that's asinine to me. Like,
crazy because it's just like it's a cycle that we just can't break, knowing that it's like, how is it that men, when they do take a swing on the woman, that you don't see your sister, you don't see your mother, you don't see your auntie, when it's a woman. And it's like, would you hit your mother? Some of them will, but I'm just saying, like, would you beat your mother like that? Would you beat your sisters like that? And I'm sure if there's a man beating on your sister to that capacity, the way Cross beat on Roxanne, right? You want to do
now
something about that?
I hear this narrative, not just one phrase like that. Like, I like, my name is Jeff. Everybody know my name is Jeff. I'm really a third generation, a fifth generation. Like, that name has been passed down through my family, through my great 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 grandfather, like from Arkansas through the South. They migrated through to Chicago. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, a continuation of my legacy of my family. You know what I'm saying? And the men in my family just don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the South, they call, you know what I'm saying, players sportsmen. It's just certain terminology. Like, and when I say player, we don't need me necessarily mean women, just a player about the situation. And then you do that, intertwine that with that Chicago, you know what I'm saying, shit that I was raised with. We don't argue with women. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, don't get me wrong. Am I perfect? No. I haven't had arguments with women and things of that nature, with relationships, shit like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not finna disrespect women because I'm a man. And that's just how I was raised. That's how I was taught. That's how I was groomed to be a man. So I'm not finna entertain no beef with a woman. I'm like, man, baby, chill out. We good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to find a way to, you know what I'm saying, curb that conversation, because
calm it down. Let's take some time. You go another
way.
Like I always tell people, you lay out here for a minute till we cool down. And so that we can have, a talk about it or whatever the case may be. But, like I say, I've watched the movie and I just kind of.
My son want to give me a hug. But yeah, we're gonna find a way to get around all that dumb shit. Because we got roles as men and women. It was ordained from God. It's in the Bible. So, you know what I'm saying? If we can find a way to find a common ground, hey, you got your role, I got my role. You know what I'm saying? You a woman, I'm a man. We have a disagreement. As soon as I see our disagreement become an argument, hold on, slow down, let's stop. You feel me? Yeah. Let's find a way. I'm gonna hear you out, you hear me out. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And let's come to a common ground. You know what I'm saying? The roles have been switched and reversed. You got niggas out here saying, like, man, women could do with them. Man, fuck all that. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You wasn't, listen, that's a woman. Y'all ain't on equal, but y'all not on the same playing ground. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, we have to find where the roles were discombobulated.
Right.
A man is a man, a woman is a woman. Ain't no way around that shit.
I know. I try to understand it, especially with the Lifetime docuseries. Even a lot of women that'll come in the chat room and stuff, and how they talk about some of their relationships or whatever. I've never experienced. I've never been around. I'm more. I know how to talk it out or to fix it where it doesn't get to escalate to that level. I've never seen it. I don't have many friends that I know of that been in that situation or anything like that. But like I said, I was watching the movie earlier, and I was going like, wow, she can't go anywhere. One, we're trapped by love. Two, we're trapped by being terrified because you guys, men just don't stop. They come look for you. They do all kind of stuff because they still want, they don't want nobody else to have you, and they still want to have that control. And then we have the children, and then it's our finances. If we don't have our finances up, then of course we left with depending on the man. Soon as the man hits, we're wondering how we can get out of this. Financially, we can. So then we stuck because you've been the provider. It's like, what do you? You're just like, what do you do? What do you do? And it's just been a cycle that you just can't get out of. I thought about Andrea, the ex-Kelly, and she said that Mr. Kelly did this and was doing this and was doing this, and she climbed up on the thing and was about to jump, and then it was out of the 10 things in the call-in list, it was one that was he was doing to me. And I'm saying to myself, but you had the resources. You had money, you had vehicles, you had everything to get away. So what was it that kept you there if this was happening? It was love? You took this because of love? And we're talking about South Side of Chicago, so that was strike two. You grew up in South Side of Chicago where they do nothing but this and want to fight. And I was like, but when it comes to a man, and you get yourself in that situation, you don't know how to grab a frying pan, you don't know how to boil no grits, your mind just went blank, huh? But let it been a woman, boy, you'll fuck another woman up quick. But when it's time to fuck a man up, I'm serious, Jeff. We don't forgot how to boil hot water. We don't know where the grits at. We don't know where the iron. Turn the iron on. How we forget to do all that stuff then? It works the same way. The same way you want to go out there and fuck up a female. You know, you might not win, but you gonna get something. You gonna get something in to make them say, look, I ain't gonna tolerate this no more.
Listen.
Same thing with
Listen.
What's up, old girl? Tina Turner. Tina Turner got tired. Get that nigga ass in that little mo. She got tired.
Hey, I'm from the South Side of Chicago. I've been dealing with hood chicks all my life. And I done had my fair share of window busted out. I done had my fair share of flat tires, all that coming up. I've been dealing with, you feel me, in the hood. So I understand, like, you can't just pull this on no head. Come on, ain't nobody going for that. You know what I'm saying?
What you know, say, Vice Versa? They say switch up the roles. Ursha got a song, right? Got to switch up the roles, right? Shit, you better do something to that man to make his ass want to leave your ass. But I listen, my brother had a bad Camaro, bad Camaro. He was dealing with 2 chicks at the time, right? And one of the chicks found out about the other one, boy, and she come along, and there was it was a blue something, right? That woman came along, had a little step stool, right? Started from the top of the car and pulled. It was 10 gallons. Just pulled it all down and dressed it down. He didn't know what to do, but he had to run away from her because she wasn't playing. She wasn't playing, so he's like, I want this smoke, but. It was like, I don't know what, now listen to all of these ladies and how one man did all of this to you and not one of them swung or you ain't put no hot curls.
Come on, man, stop that.
Nothing.
They be acting like they just the damsel in distress. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
This man left you. This man literally left you. He had a story which said he locked you in the car, push the unlock button, get the fuck out. Come on, man.
Maybe she couldn't find it. She couldn't find it. She was like, he's back.
She couldn't find the child. She couldn't find the child lock button.
No, she couldn't do that. She couldn't even beat on the window to get attention from nowhere. Hell, she couldn't do nothing. She was just paralyzed. So I'm sitting up there. Nah, Jeff, I done watched so many movies. I promise you, I'd have been up underneath, pulling them hot wires out, cranking that bitch up. I'd have told that whole spirit. We done seen all the movies. They tell us how to be criminals and everything right on TV. All you gotta do is remember the shit. It's right there.
It's right there.
I fired that sprint up so damn fast, you don't know what hit me. I'd probably electrocute myself for a minute. I'll get that bitch started.
These women's stories be so ridiculous. It just be like people really believe this crap.
Yeah. For the people it was comical, it's like
it was definitely comical. That's the perfect way to describe it. It was comical.
And you got an old girl with the I like the semen heel figure. That's what I call her shirt, semen heel figure. And she said she had a towel and wiped herself out. Now she done left the towel. She just she just took the shirt back. Let me touch you with this one though, Jeffrey. Let me touch you with this one. I ain't gonna be bitter about that. I'm gonna tell you why. You mean to tell me you got allegedly some of R. Kelly's semen on your shirt? Jeff, I'm goddammit framing that bitch. Is you nuts? That bitch probably would have been worth $3 million on eBay, dumbass. Shit, I don't that bitch. Just gotta listen to that bitch on eBay for $3 million. I ain't gonna go tell her, God damn, ooh, I got some say. I'd have framed that bitch and sat on it for about a good 5-10 years and eBay it up for $3 million motherfucking dollars. Boy, I got some R. Kelly shit, y'all.
Oh, I'm dead. I wasn't even expecting though.
Really? No, I mean, come on now. She's sitting here saying she needed money. How many times did she go back for money? So how much y'all? 750? Hey. You needed money. Girl, you could have eBayed that goddamn semen and hit it rich.
Right, she could threw that motherfucker dead on eBay and be like, look.
Right on eBay.
Shit, give me 1,700 at least, shit.
Somebody would have bought that shit. That shit would have went for at least $1 million. So, it's a bitch out there wanting that semen. I'm like, shit. With the shirt too?
Right. They
put that bitch in a gold platinum frame. Oh, yeah.
And like, they aggy. Shit, they just spent the bag. Shit. She at least got some. I mean, she at least got 6 figures. She'd got 6 figures. She'd got 6 figures.
At least. I was like, oh my Lord. And you know what? She could have went on her way. She ain't never had to braid no hair no more, none of that shit. Just go on back to business now.
That's all they want for to come back after all these years. After the man bitch ties, he in jail and y'all still on television talk crazy. What else do you want? You must just want some money. You just want some more money.
Do you think that it should be a hard investigation on Slogan, the attorney? Don't you think so? Don't you think she should have got like all of her shit need to be ran through? Like seriously.
Which attorney?
All of them that went to I call it the $250,000 attorney downtown Chicago there.
Susan Logan.
I call her Slogan.
She need to be indicted. Susan Logan needed to be indicted or at least subpoenaed. Jim Derrick got us. He was writing all them stories. You got so much information. Why you not in the case?
Yeah.
Barry Hankerson, like where are all these people that was there?
These people, but maybe they are gonna be. Maybe they have been. We ain't got the end of the road.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are. You know what I'm saying?
We're not at the end yet. We're not there quite yet.
I think they gonna make them. What I really think they gonna do. I think R. Kelly gonna get free, and they gonna make a movie off this trial. I think this all a plot for some bigger money to be made because it's like the greatest story never told. You know what I'm saying? I think they gonna make it's gonna be like the trial of the century and they gonna make some money off of this. And it's gonna be like
everybody.
Yeah, they gonna get Kels his cut up front. Like, man, can we, and if Kels agree to it, they gonna give him his money and we gonna make this movie. And I think this is what this all about. I don't even think they want to see that man in jail. I think they just trying to get some money out of the situation, if you ask me. because
He
it don't
still
make no
got
sense.
a little bit more time before he gets his master's, right? He got just a little bit more time to go, or
Yeah, he got a little bit more time to go.
a
You know what I'm
bit more
saying?
time to
Because I
go.
think it's like 35 years you could get it back. It probably been about 32 years. So he got like 3 more years before he can like really like claim.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I don't believe that Sony has left because there's a binding contracts out there, you know. So
No,
and
they haven't left.
yeah, I think that they just have to go and sit down and be quiet until, you know, waiting on the
Mm-hmm.
outcome of everything. But I was like, nah, they just can't do that. They got contracts signed. Ain't no telling what's in them damn contracts. They can't
Yeah.
leave because Kelly gonna sue them. If Kelly leave, then they gonna sue Kelly. So it's like somewhere in the contract got it where when stuff like this arouse, you know, stuff goes to a cease cease and desist for a moment. It's on pause. But hopefully that's the way it is. But I don't know.
Hopefully.
I don't know, Jeffrey. But we gotta stay tuned. We gotta stay tuned. Everybody in the chat was glad that you're here, and it is time to get up out of here. You gotta come back.
Okay, I definitely be back.
You gotta come back.
It's been a
I'm coming
pleasure.
from
I
my
thank you
state.
for.
We gonna take pictures together, so it ain't on the down low. It ain't nothing to hide. I've hung out. I walk side by side with Jeffrey down there. So he ain't no big old secret, no surprise, or none of that stuff. And he is good people, and there's nothing
Most
wrong
definitely.
with having good people in as part of your life, y'all. So everybody be like, "Oh, she was flirting." No, he was he was there, you guys, and he's good people. So he's from Chirac, just like I am. Except for ain't no party like the West Side party, because the South Side party ain't shit. Y'all know y'all ain't got nothing out there. Nothing.
They don't know nothing about that.
Nothing at all. But we got to get ready to get up out of here. It is 1:56. I'm waiting on the rain to stop. I gotta get my grass cut. So I said that I was going to share some news, and I did share it with y'all because I'm going to probably be needing y'all support. Back on the highway, y'all. I got a long drive. I told y'all that I had to touch down in Kentucky. So my call has came, and I got some business. I got business in Kentucky. I got business in Indianapolis and a few more other places. Sometimes I gotta move around. So I just might be needing y'all. I'm gonna be clicking on so y'all can keep me up because this Kentucky trip is a 10-hour drive for me. So woo, I'm out of here first thing Monday morning, and I will be back here somewhere around Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, well, I thank you, love, for having me on. You know, y'all.
You know it. We gotta fix this stuff around here. We gotta fix this.
Yeah, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together.
The first thing is just certain things that people have to learn to. You gotta ignore it now. It's like, you know what? You gotta ignore. It took me a lot to catch myself, you know. But and you know me, sometimes I'm gonna cut up. I ain't always right. But that be my comedy time. I ain't nobody coming out here to be keeping up all this riffraff.
Hey, it wouldn't be right because it wouldn't be you. You
gotta be me.
You know what I'm saying?
But I know
gotta
not
be you.
Get caught up. You can't catch me up. No. You gotta wake up pretty early in the morning for the repair. Ain't gonna happen. I'm from Chicago. You can't run game. You get game.
City, what in?
You can't run game here. I am not to be manipulated.
Man, I got a lot of my. I got years on the West Side, man. Like, man, a lot of people, man. I'm all over the city. Like I've been, man. I got people everywhere. North about West out. Man, I'm everywhere. That's what I want. A lot of motherfuckers to understand. I'm all over this. Been all over. I got 30 years niggas. 5 on Vice Lord, GD, Blackstone. Man,
there's only one thing that I really
I'm everywhere. I'm Chi-Town for real.
Yeah. I'm only thing I really miss is my skating, my midnight ramble. I miss my midnight ramble so much, boy. You have no idea. I love that 12 to
Oh
5.
yeah, we gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. I try to get one here, but you know, I'm not in a Negro town. I couldn't pull off all the, you have to get signatures and stuff here. Just wasn't enough people to ride with me with the location that I tried to get it in. So, but I was gonna put a big old rink up here. Yep, I was, but you make sure you come back. I will see you soon. And I got to get out of here. It is 1 in the morning. Thanks for hanging out and kicking with me, dog. I appreciate it. Shout out to Nisi Mo. She came on the panel.
All right.
But we is out of here, babe. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you, chats, everybody, for coming by. Get a person above your heart. Get a person below your heart. Don't forget to give the panel people a heart tonight, you guys. And don't forget to share a heart with your girl, One Pat Poos. And I'm sending one right back at you guys. Until then, I'm up out of here. Baby, I don't dare to love you. And you know the reason why. You know I'm way too weak to swim. Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets. Cause every night, I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. And it feels wrong, but I'm not afraid to admit it. I used to feel safe next to you, babe. Now I'm thinking I deserve a hit. Maybe someday we could work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, cause every night, I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. Oh, baby, don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, cause every night, I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I had to hold on before I leave up out of here because I got to mess with Lady D. Lady D, you gonna catch me on the floor, baby, with my black was honey. I got the green precision glitter, baby, with some green glitter shoestrings, baby. I can't roll around in the white was honey. I had to blend in. I got my black ones, girl. I'm just tickled with you. She gonna throw them white skates up there. I'm like, oh, you, Lady D, you go on the other side of the ring. The white skates is the trainers. You still in the trainer skates, girl. Got no, baby. No. Let me find out you still going over there, Lady D, getting them old brown ugly boot skates. You know what? I appreciate each and every last one of y'all from stopping by. Don't forget, hit the link on the next ladies' night. Come on the panel, share some talk with us. That's the only way we could grow. We got to grow together. This is a panel where your voice can be heard as well. Your laughter, your smarts, your knowledge, all of that. Bring it to the panel and get down over here with Pap, y'all. With that being said, night, night, everybody. I will see you guys on the highway, or maybe tomorrow, because I don't have to work tomorrow. I might pop in tomorrow, but I'm gonna have y'all on this highway on this phone, keeping me up for about 9, 10 hours. I got a 10-hour drive Monday morning, so woo boy, we is out of here. Y'all have a beautiful